time of my life. It was all about Greece. I knew all the songs. I knew all the lines. It was just good movie. Good movie.
That's
Bro,
crazy.
that was me in Rio. That movie about the birds.
That was a good movie. My Brazilian buddy, gave me a pirated copy of that at work, and when it came out, and I watched it, and it was really good.
By the way, I just want to say that I made a boo boo, and I forgot to hit live, so now we're going live.
Oh, really? Yeah. I have a notification up there that says live on custom live streaming service.
Oh, really?
Since the beginning.
You know what happened was on YouTube, I think, like when we're about to, so from Zoom it's good, but I think when I go on YouTube, I forgot to click the final.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay, so
let's
now
run it back. Let's rewind.
Let's rewrite. Yeah. So exactly. So
now let's do this.
So I just had a racist rant. So could you please continue what we? I'm just kidding.
It's on a regular basis, man. You already know how it be doing them races every day, man.
Oh my god. So, well, everybody, welcome to the.
I'm gonna let you guys handle that.
And we're off to the races. So, welcome to the Basic Nerd Experience. That was a bad pun, I know. Welcome to the Basic Nerd Experience. I'm your host, Elliot Trudeau, the host for the most looks like a ghost, and welcome to another episode. Again, I apologize about it because I was supposed to hit go live and.
Can you stop apologizing? Can you stop apologizing? Stop apologizing.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Damn you.
So we have Alizar today. We have Alizar from Shut Up, Let's Talk. And
what up, folks?
We were talking a little bit about some music. We were talking about Greece, and we're also talking about Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus.
Milli Vanilli.
And
we were,
and we're going to transition to a new conversation. So we have a little fun topic for you today. So we're going to have like a little warm-up topic, which is basically our favorite songs from 2021. And we're going to sink our teeth into our favorite album. And now this is a cool series that I want to do with Alizar. So this is something that is not just one episode, like hit it and quit it. That sounded bad as I just said it, but we're going to continue
it and, physically. And
we're in it for the long run. We're going to test this out.
That's right. We'll see if the vibe is good and if this wants to be like if we can handle long distance enough. So we just want to, yeah. So
romantic.
This is our long distance relationship. That's fantastic.
This is
That's right.
So as we continue, so as this won't be the only episode of this, so we'll just everyone will give basically our favorite album and go by track why it's our favorite. And then future episodes will go on to more of our favorite albums, more to come. So this is the kind of thing it will never stop. It will keep going, and I can't wait to talk with you guys about this. So, but the first thing we're gonna first talk about is our favorite tracks of 2021. So we're gonna go around the Zoom roundtable, I guess, for the term, and we're going to talk about basically what our favorite songs are. So I think what we'll do is I think we'll kind of go one by one, and then I guess I'm going to go with Alizar because he's our distinguished guest. So he'll do a song followed by Andres, followed by me, and then we'll go around again. I guess we'll do 3 rounds of it, and then we'll get into the discussion of one of our favorite albums. So Alizar, why don't you start us off? And yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, man. And thank you for having me on the show. I know I didn't get to introduce myself. I did it the first time. I forgot to do it the second time. Shout out to all the Basic Nerd Experience listeners. I hope you're all doing well. It feels good to cross these podcasts together, as it's good to collaborate with each other. And first song, first song I'm going to open up tonight with that I thought I would bring up. Oh, there's my cat. You hear these cat demands?
Wow. Dude, cats are the bomb, man. They're lazy as hell, but I love them.
He's amazing. His timing. Cats have a thing about timing. They're mysterious, so I feel like timing is one of their main components, just like in every good mystery, right?
That's right.
And he's been quiet the whole day. As soon as we're going live, meow city.
He just knows. Like no, like I have a little cat. I have a little ginger cat back home, but my parents we call him Rizzo. Well, his name is Rizzo. But yeah, he's like me. We're orange and we complain a lot, and so he just comes into the room and goes meow, and like he's like a little he's honestly he's a little asshole. I'll be quite honest.
Yeah, she is a little asshole.
Cats have a tendency. Cats have a tendency to do that.
Yes.
Well, songs. First song I want to open up with tonight is a song called "Bad Girl" by Daya.
Oh,
Daya.
And And
I guess your cat doesn't like that
like
choice.
that.
seriously, give me a second. I'm gonna can I toss the ball over to you guys really quick? I'm gonna go give him. I know what he wants, so let me just give him some water. And you know what? I was gonna turn my camera off, but this is the fun part about podcasting. So as you guys talk, I'll be giving him some water. So have fun, folks.
Sure,
Basic
man.
nerd
Yeah,
experience.
incognito stuff, of course.
Podcasting, to me, the fun thing about podcasting, folks, is that it's underground. The best thing about podcasting is that it's not the radio. Otherwise, if it was the radio, people would be firing us for this right now. You know what I mean? Which radio's cool too, but like at the same time, podcasting has it's underground. That's what I love about it. That's what makes it badass, right? It gives us it's like listening into a phone call.
As someone who wants to get into the National Public Radio, it's more professional. But then, like, if you get into a podcast, it's more, that's the thing. It's like there's like you want to listen to something, what's going on, like professional, like what's going on in the world, great. And then with podcasts, it's kind of like, yeah, sure, we could just talk whatever.
Yeah, this is a great way to build the skill for the radio. Exactly. Like it's just a good practice, like that natural practice. Back in the day. Exactly.
Speak, of course.
Right. Back in the day, the people used to do this with walkie-talkies. That's how they used to practice this type of stuff. Remember that?
Right.
All right. So, give me 2 seconds, folks.
Yeah, of course, man. Go for it.
Andres, would you?
That wasn't a dab. I was just coughing because I'm so intellectual and stuff.
Andres, would you like to go?
Sure. Okay. So you're asking me like top songs of 2021, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start off with an out of left field. Well, I've been more entrenched in the culture of TikTok, believe it or not. Like looking at these cool videos, doing the whole Macklemore thing and just watching the videos and learning a little bit because it's a fascinating place full of weird trends. It's a site where you go and you hop up on the trends and you just have a good time. It's just a bunch of people just having a good time and stuff.
Yeah.
And I cannot believe this, but one of my favorite songs from 2021 actually is a TikTok song. It's called "Astronaut in the Ocean" by Masked Wolf.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Masked.
Okay, folks, I'm back in action. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Got to take care of the baby, guys.
Exactly. Shout out to Alizar for coming back and feeding the goodies, man.
Hey, man.
I just revealed that his song choice is "Astronaut in the Ocean."
Oh, interesting. That's a cool song. That's a pretty cool song.
Wolf, yeah, and like I didn't expect it because at first I hated the song. I was just because I just based it on those first 6 seconds. What you know about rolling down in the deep.
Yeah. Well, half the time you hear it, it's on somebody's phone next to you because they're watching somebody's story on Instagram.
Exactly, and but then I actually sat down and I listened to the whole song, which is just 2.5 minutes long. No, Elliot, you have the metal version of that song,
which is the better version. I'll get to that in a second, but I was that guy who was like, "Why the hell you listen to that? God damn it!" But I just please continue.
But it's cool. It's like that new trap country kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a new trap. And I like the fact that like you get to take these songs, right, and you have different interpretations of the songs. It gives them like a new edge to them. You know what I mean? But
yeah. Exactly.
I gotta be a dick and break Elliot's heart right now because the pop rap version of it to me is the superior one.
You're not breaking my heart.
I've only heard the original.
Okay, so Alizar, I'm just talking to you, not talking to Elliot right now. It's superior.
That's awesome.
But like, I actually sat down and listened to this whole goddamn song, and I don't know, it just fascinates me. It's all in the beat is sick, by the way, but it's just in what Masked Wolf says. It's just like she said that I'm cool, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. Okay, we're off to the races now, like the horse race, not the other race. But
I'm gonna look up the lyrics as you're talking about it so that
exactly,
I know what's
and
happening
then he's just like. It's just like I believe in God and don't believe in THOT. I'm just like, holy shit, I've never heard that before. Like, okay, that's good. Stay on your mindset. Do not believe in holes.
Oh, so we got some positivity in here. I'm looking at the verses right now. Very cool.
Very nice. Yeah. Like he weirdly he goes into what caused this mindset. I'm just like,
she keep playing. She keep playing me. She keep playing me dumb. I'm gonna play her for fun. That's toxic, folks. But okay,
that's toxic. But now,
he gave us a little bit of both. He gave us a little bit of. He gave us some. It's like sugar with the medicine, right?
Exactly. Don't throw the baby out with that bathwater, And he goes into in the verses in the bridge.
Don't be Michael Jackson.
That's right. Well,
I think he's describing the average relationship these days. Anyway, I think it's more of a social commentary.
Yeah, and in the bridge, he exactly goes through that. He goes through what led him down that mindset. Like, oh, I don't believe in these hoes. They're nothing but trouble. Just believe in God. Like I'm just like, okay, that's fine. It's kind of relatable in a sense. It's good. And I kind of cared for Masked Wolf after this because it's just like he described it very well. He's just like, raps. He was just like, raps intended to break your spine. They say that I'm so fine. You could never match my grind. Please do not waste my time. That's a flow right there. I dig that. And it sounds great and sends a good message out there. So not much to say here. It's a really good song.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. It's a good choice. Good choice, actually, because you're right. It's one of those earworms where you might not like it in the beginning, but then after you hear it enough times, I think it starts resonating with you. And or it's that time when you're in the car and it shows up on the radio or whatever, where you just, that one time when it clicks, you're like, oh.
It's a snowball effect. It's like, okay.
Yes.
You hear it for a split seconds and then it's like, all right, I'm forced in traffic to hear this in the car and the radio. I'm like, all right, I got to get through this. So yeah, no, that's a good choice.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Alizar, I didn't want to steal your thunder, so go for it, bro.
No. We passed the thunder back and forth. The cat stole the thunder, actually.
That's true.
But thank you for that, though. I appreciate you, man. My song choice was "Bad Girl" by Daya. I didn't realize that I'd already heard a song of Daya's. It was the song, I think it was called "Don't Let Me Down." It was on the radio a long time ago. Don't let me down. Yeah, which I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that was her. I was like, this voice sounds very familiar. This song, "Bad Girl," was actually featured in one of my favorite video games, Rocket League.
Yo, I
don't know if anybody's a fan.
All right, my bro Nico loves Rocket League, man. I'm getting into it.
It's a fantastic game. I would highly recommend it to anybody, and it's actually become free to play now, so anybody can download it, and so everybody can dive in and have fun. I sound like I'm selling it because I want to play with people, so it's very good.
Yeah.
The song,
I play that all the time. So what's your system?
I have it on PC and PS4.
Okay, cool.
I have PS4 too. I'll download it so we can rock out and shit.
Let's do it, man. I'm down. It's one of my favorite. Yeah, I love it. I love that game so much. Cool. So this song, "Bad Girl," is actually, I believe the song came out during Pride Month.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually a song about kind of like this like lesbian romance, but it's a song about a lesbian romance, but under the storyline of a girl basically saying that the guys have been trying to hit on her all night, but she's already got her eyes on this one girl already at the bar. So like one of the lines in the song is, "Nothing you could do or say is right. I already know just what I like." And what is free shots at the bar from the guy in leather. Cheers to the night that we won't remember. So they're getting drinks from all these guys while they're just getting drunk, and they're gonna end up hooking up at the end of the night anyway. These two girls. So it's just a very cool scenario, very cool storyline, very catchy song as well. The production on the song is fantastic. I'm not sure who produces it. Very, very catchy bass line. It almost has this 80s synthwave almost type sound, but very modern as well. So I would highly recommend it. And I just really like that. I like that it's inclusive. I like that it's creative. There's a music video as well, which is pretty well done. And great voice, lots of soul, lots of melody, everything you want from a song. Really, really good. Just a good package, all together. So I highly recommend that song.
That's a really good choice, first of all, by the way, man. And it sounds like a really funny premise because like you're using all these like guys, right, to get some drink, but then your eyes is on the prize, just like, oh man, I want to sleep with this girl, but I'm gonna use all these other guys to get me buzzed, and I'm gonna buzz her. It's great. It's awesome.
It's like
exactly. And the hook is the song is called "Bad Girl." The hook says, "Bad girl, I need a bad girl, because the bad boys just don't cut it."
Yeah.
Just very creative stuff. So I really enjoyed that.
Cool. Yeah, it's a nice change of pace because we used to bad guy for Billie Eilish, so it's nice to see a bad girl.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I forgot the Billie Eilish
Oh my god.
move right there.
I know
Yeah.
I did let
Well
it go.
done. Well done. Well
Thank you,
done.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Um,
Excuse me 2 seconds, fellas, while I go grab myself another beer. Cheers to everybody in the Basic Nerd Experience chat
Cheers.
tonight.
Of
cheers, yeah,
course. Let's go.
go for it. So I guess I'll continue this
Let's
this
let's
discussion.
throw the metaphysical ball back to you, bro.
That's right. So I'll catch the ball, and I believe that my next choice is a. Okay, so I made a little playlist about this, like just of 3 songs, and no, not Danny Phantom, that came out 2006. Um, where is it? I can't find it. I'm sorry. Here we go. Okay, this first song is actually a cover and is actually nominated for a Grammy, and that is Eleanor Rigby by Cody Fry. Now,
Cody,
I think,
who
yeah,
the hell is Cody Fry?
he is a name named Cody who likes to fry French fries. No, Cody Fry is
Keep lighting that thing.
he's been around in the music scene for a little bit. I don't know how long he is, um, and
Gotta be
so
prepared, folks. 2 beers. 2 beers.
that's right. You know what? You know what? I might be doing the same in a little bit when the next suggestion goes.
Okay.
So Alizar, my first choice is a cover of Eleanor Rigby by Cody Fry. And the thing I love about this is that the original song from the Beatles is really great, and it's the thing about like the Beatles that I think were one of the first, obviously they're pioneers in music, like with the Beatles are musical geniuses, except for Ringo. Sorry, Ringo, but it's really the main three.
He worked out there. He's doing
What's wrong with Ringo? I don't know about enough about the
It's nothing against him. Well, I also have a special place in my heart for him because him and I have the same birthday. So Ringo, if you need a bass player, you'll call me. But
sponsor us. No, just kidding.
What'd you say?
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, please.
The Basic Nerd Experience, sponsored by the Beatles.
The Beatles. Wow, man, that'd be something. That's right.
Awesome.
And you know what? It's not really anything against Ringo Starr. It's I kind of feel bad for him in a way because he was because the original drummer was Pete Best, who was like a really great drummer. And to be quite honest, there's this book I read. Hang on, let me get this book out. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Andres has heard me many times be talking about this book. So this book is great, and it talks about because basically it's about in life, about what to prepare for it and that kind of thing. In a way,
I had an ex-girlfriend recommend me that book, and then one day I was very upset with her. Like, we had broken up and stuff, and she had told me all this dumb shit, and I was like, "You should really read that book again."
Oh, I'm sorry that we triggered some Vietnam flashbacks.
No. It's a joke. It's a joke. It actually happened, but it's in. We all laugh about it now. It was very funny.
That's interesting. See that something about literature, yeah. But
it's fun. It's fun. It's fun, folks.
Yeah, no, and the thing about it is it mentions Pete Best, who was like one of the original drummers and he's not really talked about much in the Beatle mania. Like really, it's like you have to really do your homework to know about it. And in a way, he was kind of kicked out because of his good looks, and they were kind of George.
Is that for real? That's amazing.
Yeah, like he kind of Mark Manson kind of speculates that in a way. I mean, it's been a while since I read it, but it's kind of like it's more basically not like about maybe there was like a little thing here and there, but it's basically like they were kind of scared, like, oh, he's the one, so whatever. So they kind of fired him and hired Ringo, and Ringo obviously is Ringo's Ringo, and
yeah, he looks like an octopus.
Right.
Yeah, wow. Maybe that's why he sang Yellow Submarine.
In an octopus's garden. In the shade.
That's it. But anyway, but I think Ringo, but basically like it kind of showed like, when he was hired, it was kind of like if the Beatles, I think at the time were called the Quarrymen when he was still there. So I don't know the timing right. If anybody knows about the Beatles, I apologize. I don't need to screw that up. But anyway, but my thing about Ringo Starr was that I basically think that Ringo Starr is a great drummer, but he basically did his job. And I think that he basically was like, hey, please do this. All right. And he did it great. But like my dad and I had this discussion, and my dad is a drummer, as everyone here knows. And we talked about this, and he says that, like, he thinks Ringo's a great drummer, but he doesn't think it's like one of the best drummers of all time. Like,
Right.
because he doesn't really, there's nothing on it. Like, even like Paul plays drums. Like, I think they come together. Paul McCartney's playing the drums on that. Like, it's not really even Ringo Starr. So that's the kind of thing. It's like, it's not
Well,
his fault. It's just the position that he's in, and it's kind of like, and
I mean, if
I
they're
also
gonna be, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. What am I doing?
no, but like I was gonna say, like, it's maybe I gotta listen more of a solo work, because obviously if it's solo stuff, he can kind of show like his chops. But I guess with the Beatles, basically, it's like he, it was basically like he was with
George.
John, Paul, and George, and all three of them are like one of the best songwriters of all time. And then him coming in is kind of like shit. Like it's none that he can. And I'm not saying anything against Ringo Starr. I think Ringo Starr is, he's a great musician. Obviously, he's there's a reason why he's still up there. Plus, also, hopefully him and I can have a birthday party at the same time.
That's right. Yeah.
Me and Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold. But and maybe we can start.
Is that your favorite? Is that your favorite drummer?
Ringo Starr?
Yes.
No. From Avenged. Or what were you said? Did you just mention him for a reason? Because it was your same birthday? What did you say?
Sinister Gates is the lead guitarist of Avenged Sevenfold, and he also has the same birthday as me, and Ringo Starr. So the funny thing is,
Sinister Gates. I always get their names mixed up. I thought you were talking about the Reverend.
oh no, you're good. Rest in peace.
All right, sorry.
No, the Rev. No, you're
Reverend,
good.
yes.
But anyway,
Erase
back to the discussion. Now we had a little side rant about the Beatles, in my opinion, but I forgot how we got into Ringo Starr. But the thing I like about, so with Eleanor Rigby, it's, I don't really know.
Oh, the song, yes.
I don't know about the context of the song pretty much, but like I listen.
I'm sorry. What is the song again? So I can look up these lyrics.
Sure,
Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor Rigby, and what is the name of the song? Oh, that's the song name.
Yeah. No, you're good. It's okay. It's like a yeah. I was gonna say something funny, but my brain said forget the joke. So
that's awesome.
So the thing I like about the Beatles is that one of the things that they are pioneers in music, and one of the things I liked about them is they're really kind of the first people to really have enhance you and a music experience when the left ear is playing something different than the right ear. So if you hear something in the left ear, you hear the violin, but in the right ear, you hear the guitars or something like that. Like the instrumentation, I'm not really sure what you can hear. Sorry,
that was a limitation of I mean, maybe some people know this or not, but that was a limitation of the mixing consoles of the time. Is when you wanted to open up that stereo space, you would pan things left and right, and some things didn't have a blend control, so you'd have to pan them hard right, hard left. So
interesting. Yeah, that's you learn something new every day. I had no idea.
Yeah. Nowadays, it takes more effort to do exactly that. What you had to do 60 years ago, and as opposed to now, where everything just blends together.
Well, these days, a lot of people don't even do the hard panning left and right, because a lot of people these days only use one headphone in their ear.
That's right.
Unfortunately, so a lot of the time, those type of stereo effects that get lost on you. If you know from after the mid 2000s, you don't really see much of that at all. And I'm sure that's got to be some conscious. I'm sure there's got to be something going on with that, because that's just. I don't know. I make music, so I would think I would think about it.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too, my man. Like there are times where I'm just with one earphone I'm listening to Kids Bop 12, and on the other ear I'm just checking to see if my chicken is not burning my house down. It's important. I understand.
Well, I mean, at work and stuff, I can't have both headphones in, so I always just have one on, and I listen to music all day at work. So that's 8 hours of music. So imagine how many songs that is, all in one ear. And I know that, and I know I can't be alone. So it's it's interesting how we consume music these days, isn't it?
Yeah,
interesting. And
the way it is, yeah.
And I'm gonna finish my point, because I know we had a little side rant about. No, you're good. I had a Ringo Starr TED talk. You're good. But we love you, Ringo. But the song I love is because the original song is, when you listen to it, it's obviously different. You hear like violin on the pickups, and then you hear like this. Basically, the story about this elderly woman who was never married and never really had a partner, and she's lonely, and she cleans up after weddings, and that's really sad and depressing. And I kind of think of the song because in a way, like I think one of the biggest themes, there's many themes that I learned in the pandemic, but one of the biggest themes I learned is how to cope with loneliness. And I think people have different ways of coping it because, as an only child myself, there's a difference between being lonely and loneliness. And I enjoy being alone, or sorry, alone versus loneliness. Alone versus loneliness. I think when you feel like this loneliness feeling, there's obviously you feel like you want to be a part of something, and then you're not a part of that. You want to collaborate with something, but you're kind of behind, or just in general in life. And then when you feel like you're alone, you're like, okay, I'm in my zone. I'm doing my thing right now, and that's pretty much it. And so, and when I think about Eleanor Rigby, I just kind of think about like I when I listen to music, I like a good story, and even if it's like 2 minutes, I like where's your mind at right now? And I think with the original song is really great, but like with this version done by forgot his name, something
Cody Fry.
Cody Fry, thank you. Cody Fry. I like it because it's more of like an orchestral approach. And it's really beautiful. Like the strings are phenomenal. It's the mixing is great. And I love covers that are different. I love that that is vibrant. It is nothing like the original. Like in my like Marilyn Manson started that with Sweet Dreams Are Made of This.
Oh yeah.
If you listen to the Rhythmix version, it's very poppy and it's fun and it's very 80s, which I like. But then like with this one, it sounds like a creepy, song from like a Tim Burton soundtrack. Like it's eerie, but I like this at the same time. So, but with Eleanor Rigby, I love it. Like it's more focused on the instrumental side than the vocals. And there you hear their vocals and it's like it's gonna hit you in the face, just like, I can't think of a funny joke at the moment.
Like a tidal wave. To quote Meatloaf, a feeling came up on me like a tidal wave. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. But that's my pick.
Awesome.
That's my pick, really. So they'll end the first round, and so second
good choice, man.
Thank you.
Nice choice. Yeah. That's unexpected. I've never heard of Cody Fry. I'm gonna have to. I already wrote it down on my on my Steven Universe cosplay.
Wait.
So yeah,
is there something you're not telling us? Is there something you're not telling us, Andres?
Okay.
But yeah. So let's review. So I'm gonna write this down before I forget.
Yes.
So Andres, what was your first song?
My first song was Masked Wolf, Astronaut in the Ocean, and that is not a joke. That's real.
Yes.
And Alizar?
That was a Bad Girl, Daya.
Bad Girl, like Daya. It feels so good to know that Daya's still out there making music. It's just I like Daya. She's cool. Not because she's just cute, but she's.
Oh, sorry. It's a Daya.
Daya.
Elliot. Yes.
Yeah, get it right, Elliot. God damn it, she's a queen.
I'm sorry.
For everybody in the chat that wants to look it up, rather.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No. Apologizing, damn it.
I'm sorry.
God damn you.
No, but you know what? Now you're giving me Dio is actually really cool. That like now I want to like if I got to check if that's an artist. If not, then I got to use that for something. It's just a cool sounding word.
It sounds like a really cool ass name.
I really like that Dio.
Speaking of using, I have to use the restroom, so Andres, please keep going.
Oh, sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and am I next in this rotation?
Oh no, I'm next.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, gotcha.
What a diva. Okay. I'm just kidding. Go
ahead. So when I going on the next round, right? Do you want to curtsy? Okay, good. I thought he wanted to curtsy out. He's very proper like that, of course. So I would say the second song that I'm gonna choose is "Celebration" by Logic. Let's.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say "Cool in the Gang," and I was like, I haven't heard the Logic one. Let me look it up.
Jams. That is one of the all-time jams, Alizar. But like, given that it's 2021.
Yes, you're right. What am I doing? Whoops.
I gotta go with "Celebration" by Logic. I think that song is the definitive soundtrack to 2021 for me actually, because
nice.
Because 2021 was a bit of a rough year actually. It started off very rough.
I feel you, bro.
Like, if I could get a little bit personal a little bit.
No, please do, man. Please do.
had a little bit of a COVID scare with my grandparents, and I hold them very close. And the fact that that my grandparents could get taken away by this sickness, it to me, like, it threw me for a loop. And I lost a friend who I was beginning to make up in Utah, where it's where I live. I'm in vacation here in Florida, but I actually lost I was starting to make friends with this guy who worked at my job. He unfortunately passed away due to a snowboarding incident, because he was.
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay. He's in a better place, man. With up there with Betty White, you know what I mean?
He's doing 1080s up
Doing
there.
1080s with Betty White at 99 years old. She's a legend. But yeah, I was gonna go on that trip, but thankfully for me, I had to decline because it was the same weekend I had to go back home. So, like, in hindsight, I'm I would say I'm blessed to like stay here, and all that stuff, and
of course.
Yeah, and and my job, there was some stuff going down, and I was about to get let go, so this was the turning point in my life where I had to, okay, I got to switch up this mindset. I got to stop doing this bitch boy thing. I got to step it up. Let's go. It's about time I do this. So
that's what's up, man.
And I hit the gym, started getting more focused on what I wanted to do. And Logic released No Pressure, the album in like 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the songs that was there was Celebration. And Celebration is like, it's a throwback to that golden era of hip hop, with the old school Kanye beat. The tone is celebratory because you're here, you're in life, and you started getting these punches thrown at you from every single direction, but no matter what happened, you still stay back up. You get back on it, get back on the horse race, and it's great. It's amazing. And Logic absolutely kills it. He's spitting bars about, you got to be braggadocious every once in a while. Most people want to tell you what to do because it's what they want to do, but they didn't have the opportunity and they were too scared to do it, No,
exactly.
It's just like when you're, I applied this to real life. What's up, boy? So
welcome back, Elliot. Welcome back.
Welcome back, my man. The song
was No Pressure by Logic, right?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Because I have superpower.
Well, you're my brother from another mother. So what the fuck do I know?
That's what's up. Hell yeah, that was great.
That was great. Yeah, he's got teleportation and psychedelic powers, But the song Celebration, it, like, the essence of that song is what I fell in love with. It's the fact that, hey, you're gonna get knocked down a lot. You're gonna have obstacles. You're gonna get beat down, and you're gonna get beat down 10 times harder next year. I guarantee you. In the next 10 years, 20 years, of course you will. But it's the fact that today you're here, you're celebrating. You have to count your blessings, and you got to remember you got friends, you got people who care about you that prop you back up. And that's what I love about that song. And I respect Logic a lot for making that song, because like you can bop to it, and it sends a great message, and it gets the hoes all nice and wild, so it's great. It's awesome.
That's a great choice. I see the lyric here because it's what they want to do if they had an opportunity to, but too scared. That's why they live vicariously through you. Yeah. And that's, I've not heard the song, but I'm looking at the lyrics. That's so true. It's so true.
One thing we should do, maybe, if you guys want, so that the audience can see, for your song, if you want to show the lyrics, I can give access to everyone, so then that way, like, they can share the screen so that everyone can see the lyrics, if you guys want.
Sure.
What would you like me? You copy and paste them to you, or how'd you like me?
No, so what you can do is from your screen, I just allowed access. So basically, like, if, like, for example, if Anders wanted to show the lyrics of the song, he can just share his screen. So that way, because not that I like hearing Alizar's lyric voice, but lyric voice. I like his voice saying the lyrics. But I think it'd be cool if
absolutely,
Andres kid, or like anybody who wants the song can kind of like pick the show like that. So anyway,
absolutely.
But Andres, please continue, sir.
I'm thank you. son. But I'm going to wrap it up in celebration, right? To wrap it up, celebration. It's it's the like the end verse goes like it's just like um it goes something along the lines of no idea up on the beat of 60 killer, no doubt this is a revelation. Memories when I try to hit when I drive the M5 or the bus station, M5 the BMW, right? I have evolved, use a motherfucking crustacean. What more can I say? I run it back and then get replayed, Like, I don't know. Like, to me, it was braggadocious.
Wait, use a crustacean?
Use a motherfucking crustacean.
What can one do with a crustacean besides eat it?
I mean, you can hype it up to make you Krabby Patties and shit. I'm not sure. the fact of the matter is, Logic just
some money.
Crustacean. So
I'm looking for this crustacean line. Where's this verse? Oh, sorry, damn, this song has a lot of lyrics. My bad. I was looking at the wrong part. That's the chorus. Well, revelation memories when I drive the M5 for the bus station. I have evolved. Use a motherfucker. Okay, so the crustacean. Damn. Because I think crustaceans are they don't have any spine.
That's right. They're
because the exoskeleton or that.
You know what I mean?
Bird.
Yeah, it's something like that.
It's like the endocrine. I don't know. I'm not a biologist, but like there's some.
And at the very least, they're also bottom feeders of the ocean. So there's some sort of analogy going on there too.
Perhaps, yeah. It's just Logic's way of being braggadocious. It's just like, hey, look at where I am. But it doesn't really come off as as mean spirited, and like, not to me at least.
No.
Because he's like, goza la vida, he's carpe dieming, and he's telling everybody, hey, we're all human, you know what I mean? Like, we got to celebrate. That's what it is, and that's the vibe of the song. And that's my TED talk on Celebration by Logic.
That's absolutely,
absolutely. I mean, Logic is really great. He really knows how to connect to his fans.
Yeah, like it really is. He loves playing blue balls with his fans too. He said that No Pressure was his last album. He releases Bobby Tarantino 3 not even a year later. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna keep making music. I'm a dork, whatever. I'm just like,
it sounds like there's not a lot of logic put into there.
You just come up with that one yourself, Elliot? That is 10 out of 10, A1, man.
Sorry, I wrote a post-it note here, and whatever you said, Logic, I have I have it right here. Like,
it's the Leonardo DiCaprio movie. He said.
Okay.
That's exciting. It's like the Matrix right now.
I know. That's funny.
Our response was like, no.
And he just
nothing but silence, and we're just like,
it was like a Matrix moment, or like a freaking like a Lion King stampede, like no, like
long live the king.
Bro, I've been side on that. The best is whenever I see cat videos, and
they dub it over.
And they dub it over. It's the hilarious thing. But I would see one thing in the classic movie where someone dies because of it, and someone has like daddy issues because of it, and becomes a king, and uncle issues. But then the other is just a funny little cute video of like cats just like pretty much like get the hell out of here, and then like it's just funny how it's like the comparison. But that's a little commercial break. That's a little commercial. Funny. That was a little commercial break that we just did that I said. That's so funny. Alizar, please continue with your second choice.
Alrighty, folks. Second choice for the evening tonight is going to be evening tonight. Redundant. My second choice for tonight, folks, is "Into Deep" by Drake. That was on the Certified Lover Boy. I would have picked something from a Future album, but I don't know if he released anything in 2021, because the album I looked up was 2020.
I just started getting into Future, actually.
He's actually one of my favorite artists. For the last 3 years on Spotify, maybe 4 years, he's been my number one artist every year.
Really?
It's ridiculous. I don't know why. I love his music. I like it because to me, honestly, man, Future is more rock and roll. To me, he is more metal than so many actual bands out there. Like the things that he says.
That and Post Malone, I would, in my
Post Malone too, but I mean, as far as like Future with the Post Malone too, but as far as Future with his lyrics, they're so It's like a level of evil that is almost to me is like black metal.
Like visceral.
It's very like, for example, like my favorite song by Future is called "Blood on the Money," and the chorus just says they got blood on the money, but I still count it.
Interesting. Wow.
And he just says that over and
Yeah.
over, and it's just amazing. It's like, to me, like the thing what I like about Future's music is that it doesn't just apply to selling drugs and all this kind of. You could These are all metaphors, people. You apply them to your life how you apply them. To me, like imagine somebody with like almost what a fast food addiction. There you go. You're thinking about a fast food addiction, okay? There's blood on the money, but I still count it. You know you eat this fast food because it's unhealthy. People, plenty.
Right.
I know friends that have fast food addictions right now. 5, 6 friends with fast food addictions.
Really?
Absolutely, and they openly admit it to me. They tell me like, bro, I need help. I've been trying to change. I've been trying to do this. It's a thing we're working on.
If I may get into that, I'm curious. So like when they say like a fast food addiction, because addiction is something that like is something that wow that's pretty interesting. Like so when they say fast food, like are they eating like are they doing like supersized meal where they eat like three meals a day for or like do you know like how serious like I don't mean to it's get
no, we're here to talk, brother. We're here to talk. Anything you want to talk about. I'm open book. Open book.
Awesome. So like I'm just curious with that little side note. So like what are they eating in like is that all their meals? Is that
For the most part, yeah. Because
wow.
the problem is, man, here's the thing about fast food, it's easy to get addicted to it.
I know.
I've been there. I've
Yeah,
been
me
there.
too.
And the thing is,
I had a Uber Eats like extravaganza. Like there was like everything I ate, it was there. And then like it's like, wow, how much money am I putting into it?
well, the problem is that it's affordable and it's
Yeah.
accessible. It's affordable and it's accessible, and just like drugs, when you make them affordable and accessible,
Yeah.
it kind of breeds addiction a little bit quicker. And the problem is the way that they set up their menus, it's almost set up in a way to sabotage you. Okay, the salads are $6, $7, yet the burgers, you can get a whole burger for $2.
And then even the salads themselves, like there's a like they have like unnecessary sugar in them and like the dressings or stuff like that. Like
The dressings, they just put chips all over them. They put shredded cheese all over these things.
yeah,
They really they sabotage you.
and sometimes they
And
put like I know like Wendy's, they put like walnuts, or they sometimes like put in that sometimes like those are
yeah,
like it's like the little things that like it's like you might as well just be eating a burger at this point. I mean, I don't know the nutritional value of like a Wendy's salad to a burger, but it just seems like it's not like it's it's the same
it's not
animal.
much better. No, it's not much better.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When you make it that accessible, and the thing is, when you I'm not one of those guys that says like we need a universal basic income. I'm not one of those guys yet.
Right. You're not Bernie.
Whoa, is there audio playing for some reason right now? What is happening right here? Hold up, hold up. I have audio playing through something and I don't know what it is.
Huh.
Was that me or you?
I don't hear it. You know what? It happened to me once in the past. Maybe if you go to YouTube, like, if are you streaming it? Are you viewing the video on another tab?
Dude, I have nothing open.
Oh, that's interesting. Sorry about the technicality, folks.
Dude, is Andres playing something?
He's just joining right now.
I'm hearing like a movie trailer right now. Look what I'm hearing.
That's funny. That's not me.
What is going on here?
Yeah, that's funny. I just checked the feed. That's not us. That's really weird.
I have no windows open. I closed everything besides Zoom right now.
That's really odd. Do you still hear it?
It's like a movie trailer. Hey, hey.
Is that your 2021 song?
I don't know what happened there, dude. That was does Zoom give you like ads now?
No, it's weird. Like I just checked the live feed and it's really weird.
I'm
Hey,
back.
What's going on, Andres? How are you?
Hey.
Welcome back, brother.
Sorry about that, my man's. I got really emo for a second and decided to dip, but I'm back.
Oh,
Welcome back, my man. Welcome back, man.
good. Alizar for some reason was listening to like the soundtrack to like an Epcot attraction, pretty much. Like there was just random music playing in his ears. It was just the weirdest thing.
Yeah, were you watching something on your computer?
No, the only thing I watch on my computer is, we're not going to go into that, but yeah, that's not the thing.
Well, I'm never using your keyboard, my man.
But
Don't worry, it comes off with ice or peanut butter.
oh my god.
Your control Q must be woo.
Speaking of sticky fingers, let's get back to fast food addiction. So with
Oh
with
yeah,
the
we were talking about that.
yeah, so yeah, so remind me about how we got into this conversation about fast food addiction with your song.
I don't know.
Break Certified Lover Boy.
Certified Lover Boy. Give me a second because I closed all my windows because I thought something was playing there, so I closed all the lyrics and everything. But N Too Deep, Drake lyrics. This album came out. Certified Lover Boy, disappointing album altogether. I think most people agree on that. What I like about the song the most, my favorite artist, Future, it's featured on it.
Future.
And what I like about the song the most is the beat that opens up. It starts off with this guitar, nice, heavy, chuggy guitar. And that is actually sampled from one of my favorite rap groups of all time called UGK, Underground Kings.
Ooh.
And they have a song called Get Throwed. And that's what this is sampled by. So it's it's based on this whole Houston scheme. And it's just a fantastic song. They slowed the beat down. The first half of the song, though, I skip it every single time because I do not want to hear Drake sleepily singing for the first half of the song. So, excuse me, I skip over to the middle of the song where there's an entire beat switch up. And that's when it goes into this they should have just kept that second part of the song. And that's when you get this amazing beat. You get Drake and Future. You get a really catchy hook. You get... you get some lyrics like, if I wasn't rapping, baby, I would still be trapping, baby, which I love it. It's like, even if I wasn't extremely successful, I'd still be doing my best to make whatever money I could make, do my job, provide for the people that I need to provide for. And, like I said, what I like about the most, that's what I was saying earlier about Future. Everything is metaphorical. You don't have to just look at this music like selling drugs, shooting people type of lyrics. These are all, we turn these lyrics into things in our own lives. So just things like that. So what else? I think it's mostly about it. It's just a good catchy song. It's fairly new. I'm surprised there was no music video for it. They probably blew their budget with the Life is Good video last year.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
And that's my choice for that one, folks. I would highly recommend you check that out. Skip to just listen to the beat for the first half, ignore Drake's lyrics, skip to the second half, and have a good time.
Yo, all right. Yeah, it's good. It's good to hear that Future's still out there, kicking ass and taking names, or in reverse for all you fans out there. But yeah, like one of my favorite collabs between Drake and Future was Jumpman. Like that's
Jumpman.
Jumpman, them boys up.
Them boys up. Great song. Great song.
It's got a fire beat. Only Drake can sing about being high on Robitussin and make it sound like a banger, man. It's incredible.
Absolutely. That's so true. That's so true.
Interesting. So
okay, so who's
Mr. Go For It, man.
Mr. Go For It. That's me, Mr. Yes, that Mr. Me. So with my song, where's my Apple Music? There it is. Oh goodness me, come on. I'm sorry, my phone decided to not show me my playlist. So I'm currently finding that as we speak.
It's right here.
Oh, thank you. Okay, now it works. So my next song that I've decided to have is called Hurricane by a little unknown artist by Kanye West.
Yeah!
Sweet.
Yeah! Kanye, Kanye Gummy, man. Yeah, let's go.
I love Donda. Such a great record.
Donda, man.
It's such a great record. I've never been excited for a Kanye album. I think he kind of with albums like Jesus is King, I was kind of very underwhelmed by it. But when
Yeah.
it's the production and the songwriting is amazing. Like I haven't felt this excited since like graduation, really.
Yeah.
It really it was electric. It was exciting. And some like there's many songs I have to choose from. Like I decided this one because it was something that was very like a more eclectic taste, I would say, rather than like Jail. I think Jail's great. I just think it's a little bit overplayed on the radio, if you ask me.
Yeah. Just like, guess who's going to jail tonight?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't like the jail song.
It's structured in a very weird ass way because like at the end of the track there are drums that like are supposed like I assume they're supposed to go in between like right on the beat, but the problem is that I think Kanye forgot to put the drums in the middle of the track, so he just left them on the back end of the track. That's the one thing I don't like about Jail. It's the fact that it could have been much better, but I do like it. But I do agree that it's got something missing from it.
You know, I think the vibe of the song. I think they were trying to go for this like minimalistic,
Yeah.
still minimalist, hard, still driven, because the chords and stuff still work. You know, like
Yeah.
when gong gong with silence, gong gong. You know, those little things. It works. It works. You know, it's
It does.
my when I was thinking about the album, I realized you can't just listen to this on headphones. You can't just like this is stuff like I feel like that album would really shine. Donda, I'm talking about, folks, would really shine in a stadium with the entire
Yeah.
crowd singing, with the speakers surrounding you, because then that minimalist vibe turns into being really loud but effective. It's like AC/DC almost, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's that stadium rap type of thing, you know, where like I wish he would I wish he would do two things. The I Love Kanye freestyle from the Life of Pablo, because that one's hilarious. And the segment
Is that the I missed the old
Oh
Kanye.
Kanye, straight off the goal, Kanye,
Kanye.
lick my butthole, Kanye. You know that type of stuff. You know, it's awesome. And then I want him to do the segment from 2012 where he was losing his mind in one of the radio podcasts where he's just talking about Lady Gaga being the creative director of Polaroid. Then he's just like, I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras? You know, I love that segment. It just makes me laugh every single time, man.
That's
Bro,
pretty funny.
that's the thing. It's like he's very much like a
But how does Kanye know what Lady Gaga knows about photography? He also needs to chill.
yeah, like that's the thing. It's like I like Kanye, but it's like, man, he says some really outlandish stuff.
He says some really weird shit, man.
It's okay to have an opinion, but like Lady
Yeah,
Gaga
it's-
came up on Lady Gaga came up on theater and Broadway and theater rather. Like
She's
I
like
don't
a
think she knows
classic,
anything.
she's a classically trained musician. Like my dad and I was saying that she was at this New York venue that was always played there. It's called, oh my goodness, I forgot what it's called. It's pretty. It's not CBGB's. It's something else. I forgot what it's called.
The Good Life.
No, it's not that. I forgot what it's called, but it basically it's where she was prominent, really. And like a lot of underground artists like to go there. My dad actually played there once, and so basically I forgot what it's called. I gotta ask my dad, but it's a very very like if it's kind of like if upcoming artists are playing there, or like basically anybody could play there. Really, I think it's still going. Like people are still going there, but it's yeah,
Like a
but
CBGB's type, yeah.
yeah, exactly, that kind of thing.
And you know what's funny? When I met you, I think you actually mentioned this place to me. I'm trying to remember it right now too, but I can't.
Yeah, I think the place I mentioned was CBGB's because my dad did play CBGB's.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Never mind. Yeah, never mind.
This other venue, I forgot what it's called, but Lady Gaga. Like I saw videos of Lady Gaga playing it, but dude, my dad had some stories about playing at CBGB's. Like, oh man, it's definitely more towards like the end of the heyday of like it wasn't like the Ramones playing. It wasn't like like Living Color playing there. It was definitely more like the early '90s towards the mid '90s, where it was kind of like it was okay, but it was kind of on its way out.
Diving, yeah.
Well, shout out to Elliot's dad, who is an amazing drummer, folks. Shout out to Room 108.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Props to him for smacking the shit out of that skin in that video, man. Insane.
Yeah.
Your dad is amazing. Your dad has amazing technique.
Yeah, thank you. He has that Charlie Watts Rolling Stones kind of like he's able to combine like his drumming technique with like in a kind of like as a jazz drummer like Gene Krupa, but also kind of like and what's that other wonderful drummer, what's his name?
Lars? No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Stuart Copeland.
Stuart Copeland.
It's
Dude,
always a
love
good time
Stuart
to throw
Copeland.
Lars under the bus, right? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I
That
just
Napster thing.
we had this whole yeah, but it was funny. My dad and I started, side note, at the end of round one, or round two rather. My dad and I had this fun little project we did. So before I left for UF, we watched like our favorite music documentaries.
Oh, that's awesome.
My dad put up Jazz, which is a PBS documentary that Ken Burns did. For anybody who doesn't know, Ken Burns is known for putting like out like amazing historical documentaries on PBS. The only one he got a little controversy, I think, was baseball because there's some historical inaccuracies that he presented. That's the only one I can really think of. Besides that, it's been pretty consistent. We watched like stuff about jazz, like jazz, pretty much, and it's important because jazz is really important in our life. Like in fact,
Jazz was the first rock and roll.
yeah,
Yeah.
like one of the things I never realized was from like discovering that is like jazz is a huge part of our history.
Yes.
Like Jim Crow law came from a song from
Yeah.
jazz.
A song called Jim
Jim Crow.
Jim Crow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And, yeah, no, exactly. It's not like Joe Biden say or Jim Eagle. It's just
I'm Joe Biden's husband. No, just kidding.
yeah, but it's more of like a like it was just funny how like in this documentary like I don't have all the pieces together of how it was presented to me, the information was presented to me, but the great thing about it was the fact that um the great thing about it is how music is really important in our history, and for better for worse really, and this is the for worse I would say in the situation. Like I don't really, again, I don't know how all the events unfolded about it, but pretty much I think what happened was in a field, I'm assuming a cotton field, there's a slave master who hears a slave singing a song, and this person hears it, or he tells a friend about it and they write a song. Basically it's like an old folk song. Basically, I don't know if it's from, I don't know where it's from exactly, but they basically copied and pasted from the brain and made it into a song, and they called it Jim Crow because of the slave that it was named after. I believe. If I'm wrong, it's from the PBS documentary Jazz. But that's one of the interesting things about it. And then obviously with jazz, it really just translates about how it's a really part of American history. Because like America, let's be honest, we're not really known for creating. We're just known for like taking something and then like making it like just kind of
And then selling ourselves as a melting pot.
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And the American jazz and blues is one of the most like that's one of the few things I can say that America has created that's unique and different, because it's really like take like Muddy Waters or take like artists like that, like without
Hoochie
those
Coochie Man.
he's a
That's right. And
without those artists we wouldn't have the Rolling Stones, we wouldn't have Led Zeppelin, we wouldn't have the
Without Muddy Waters, I would never have wanted this Telecaster.
Ooh.
oh, nice zebra. Wait, is that zebra print?
And it's a tree. It's a tree that somebody carved and burnt in, and then he put a bunch of stripes and everything around it. It's somebody.
Badass.
Thanks, man. Somebody like custom made this, and I bought it for $300, which is the best deal ever.
Wow, for $300.
And it's it's not non-Fender, just a put together telly. Feels heavy as shit. Feels like a log. Feels like the earth right in my hands.
Feels like a bass, huh?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, because the are pretty big. Dude, what kind of wood is that? Do you know?
What is what? Sorry.
What kind of wood is that?
That is swamp ash.
Swamp ash.
A swamp ash, and the thing about swamp ash is that it varies in weight a lot. It depends on the humidity inside the wood, because and which we live in Florida, so we have plenty of humidity. So the wood you're going to get over here is probably going to be heavier, because the thing is that's not closed. It's like if you feel the back of that, give me a second. Only because if I paid the extra money for this microphone, it's to pick up shit like this. So
That's
Can
awesome.
Can you do
That's
like
so when
another?
you
Can you open up another YouTube account that's just you rubbing the backside of that guitar, just ASMR? You probably have millions of dollars
I know,
waiting in the
dude.
bank
You
for
could,
that.
Alizar, you should just invest in the ASMR, like a podcast, just doing like.
okay, and you know what's funny, folks? Like when I said I invested in this microphone, I made it sound really expensive. This microphone cost me $40. Okay, so yeah, sorry.
That's
I hyped it up, and I don't want people to think that it's out of their control too. Go up on eBay, look up Samson, SAMSON, MTR 101.
Samsung.
MTR 101. It's on eBay, $40. Great microphone. Get it. It's cheap. Don't get yourself a Shure SMB. They're good, but they're also $350 used.
Oh yeah, no, I got myself the BD 400, I believe, for around the same price. I got the setup and everything, and it's doing me some justice. Which, by the way, the next time we get you on, Alizar, I'm gonna be back in Utah with my
Thank you.
whole. Of course, we're gonna with my whole setup, my whole like PC gaming thing, you know, and I have a little sound box that allows me to transmogrify my voice to sound like Yzma or anybody else.
Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, Emperor's New Groove. So, like, if anything, we got some to keep our mind heavy for the next couple of months, so it's all good.
Dude, yeah. By the way, before I forget, we have a lovely guest in the live chat. Her name is Amanda. So I just want to say thank you, Amanda, for contributing a lot of your comments.
Is that Amanda Combs?
That is correct.
Hello,
Shout out to
Amanda.
Amanda. Shout out to my dear friend Amanda, who's one of the coolest people ever.
Awesome. Yeah, no, she's been saying some great comments, and interesting. So it looks like she did watch jazz with Ken Burns. So interesting. So
Amanda knows really good music. Amanda sends me suggestions all the time. Always hits. She sent me Harvest Moon by Neil Young recently.
Oh, I love Neil Young,
which was crack. It was so good. It was so good. It was playlist stay list.
dude.
That's awesome.
Check out his stuff with Crazy Horse. His stuff with Crazy Horse is insane. I love him.
Absolutely.
I like a guy named Neil Old. Sorry, that was a bad joke. But
I'm about to about to kneel myself out of existence with that fucking
joke. That was.
I'm gonna tear up a little bit. But let's okay, question for you guys.
Or what about bananas that aren't ready yet and they're called Peel Young? No, I'm sorry.
Damn, that was good. I'm jealous.
What did Loki say in Avengers? He said, "Neil, son."
Nice. Bars.
We got bars and puns for days, bro. Yeah.
That was fantastic. Well done, everybody. Well done. Excuse me 2 seconds, folks, while I go to the men's room.
Oh, you go to the men's room? Your cat is not making another appearance?
No. If by cat, no, sorry, I'm not gonna make the joke I was gonna make. I'll be right back.
Okay. Andres, end this round of 21 songs.
Gotcha. 21 Pilot. 21 Savage. No, I'm just kidding. But okay, ending this round for
songs for Savage.
That's right. It's for 2021. Oh my God, that's a whole bunch to. Okay. Oh, it's gonna have to break my heart. I'm gonna have to choose between these two. But at the end of what's up?
They both.
Okay, there's two songs that I have in my mind right now. It is one, and these are gonna come from wildly different artists. Number one is what's it called? Ohio Turnpike by Jeff Rosenstock off of his new 2021 album Ska Dream, which is just a ska rendition of his 2020 album called No Dream, but it still counts as a new album, so I'm putting it in, damn it. And the other one is from Doja Cat's Doja Planet album, and it's called Naked. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I was thinking about Doja's juicy. Never mind. Point is, Doja is a queen, and these two songs have been like back and forth for 2021 year, like back and forth, just tennis matching back. Oh my God, these two songs are incredible, and they're about wildly different subjects. Jeff, my boy, my boobala, he 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 made this is the album closer. It's called Ohio Turnpike, and it's about just going. It's just simple. It's a story about going to the airport, and at first you don't think much of it. It's just like Ohio Turnpike, another hour or two. You know, it starts off kind of slow. You know, and you know with the little piano. But as you dig into it, it starts getting faster. It's a little ska ditty, you know, that goes over the anxiety that you feel getting dropped off at the airport and not seeing your loved ones again for a little bit of a time. And take it from someone who moved away from home about to be 2 years ago.
Far from home.
Far from home. We're Spider-Man. But No Way Home is badass though. But you know, going back home in Utah, right? You bet your ass that this song at least gave a voice to my inner soul as well, you know, because there is a part of me that still feels anxious about going back home and just not seeing my loved ones again for a little bit at least. I mean, I love living by myself, but you know, sometimes it's that anxiety of getting closer and closer to the airport, you know, and at the Alizar is back, my man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Folks, sorry, man. We're about 3 beers in, folks. I'm only human, all right?
Let's go. Let's go. So, I actually had
I bleed like the rest of you. Sorry.
From any orifice that bleeds out is all acceptable.
I was about to say I bleed piss, but I never want to say that. Anyway.
Elliot. I'm sorry. Anyway, my final round consists of 2 songs. One is Jeff Rosenstock, Ohio Turnpike, and the other song is by my girl Doja Cat from Doja Planet. It's called Naked. So I'm talking about Ohio Turnpike and about how it's about feeling the anxiety of going back into the airport, right? Like not getting righted on, but like hitching a ride with your family to the airport. It's all about the anxiety of It's all about the anxiety of getting closer and closer to an airport, you know. And the language that he uses is so strange. Like he's just looking out the window, but he's just batting the windows because I want to know what it'll feel like. You know, it starts getting harder and harder, and then by the end, it turns into a glossy little like glossy rock thing. It's just like, I miss coming home to you. I hate leaving home, and then it explodes into this ska incredible type of sound. You know, it sounds like.
And I'm sorry, what was the name of the song again?
It's called Ohio Turnpike.
Okay.
But the turnpike is spelled TPKE, not turnpike, just TPKE.
So it sounds like a homecoming vibe.
Yeah, it does. I recommend like anybody and I've felt this kind of way ever since I was a kid, going like dropping someone off at the airport and not seeing them for a bit. It's a weird feeling. It's a weird type of nostalgia vibe that I never knew I had until I listened to this song. And I don't know. And now let's talk about the dirty song Naked by Doja Cat. And well, yeah. So I'll keep it as PG as I can, but Doja Cat basically is talking about, touching the fingertips of this guy, you know, and keeping it on. It's all about the frustration that she's feeling going out with a guy or girl, I'm not sure, but and someone, and it's all about Doja feeling frustrated of the fact that, oh my God, this guy is so cute. This guy is everything I could ever want in a guy. I can't tell what's going on, but I don't know what's going on. But I want to take off my clothes and bang the shit out of this guy. That's what she's saying. But it has this kind of dance hall feel to it. It's like a Drake song if Drake was sexy. I don't find Drake sexy, but like,
well, according to him, he's way too sexy. So
he's way too sexy. Yeah, too sexy for this Gerald. You know, yeah.
Another example that he does not know how to make original music, that he just likes to copy off of other people.
Yeah, he likes ghostwriting.
I'm sorry.
I never thought I'd see the day where I'd defend Drake here, but it's just a fun reference to the Right Said Fred song of the '90s. So that's
yeah. I'm not hating on the song. Like I think it's good.
No, I like the song. It's a good song. Future's on it too. My favorite.
Future's all right in my book, but like let's get back.
I love how Young Thug just sneaks in at the end.
I know. Yeah, Thugger is something else, man. But speaking of thugging, let's go back to the Queen. And then she starts rapping. She starts rapping like, "Follow me to my dressing room. Let me know if you ain't about that NSFW. You know, NSFW, that not safe for work vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's so playful how she plays around with the verse. It's just like, who's your designer? Is that birthday suit one of a kind? Yeah, and just like, oh, that she's channeling some Nicki Minaj vibes right there, and she's cool. Yeah, but like I don't know, Doja just knows how to work it, you know, in more ways than one. And you know, like I don't know, it's just a fantastic sounding song. The atmosphere of it, it's literally like you're floating in a tropical paradise in space. That's how I can describe it, because
that is literally Kennedy Space Center.
Kennedy Space Center, yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's sexy or not. Point is, Doja's Queen and NASA's awesome. But yeah, these are the two songs that round off my my list.
Awesome, man! Wow, Doja Cat, she's got really good production on her music.
Yeah,
that Say So song, I had no idea that was her for a while.
Right, it takes it back,
and it was real good. Man. The song was real good.
So good.
Really catchy stuff and just cool vibe. She kind of annoys me as a person, but she's you know, whatever.
It was that.
She said some weird shit in some chat, but I don't know if she was just trying to be a troll or what it was, or maybe it's like troll, you know, like when you're young and you say dumb shit. Like I look back at my Facebook post from 10 years ago and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
Or so maybe it's one of those kind of moments. Like everybody says dumb shit, so you know, I try, like I want to let her be human too, but then I also you also try to figure out like what's the root of the shit you're saying. I don't think I ever said any racist shit 10 years ago. Yeah. So anyway,
of course, it's all about how you grow as a person.
Exactly. I don't think she's exactly. So either she's you know, either she's not like that anymore or she hides it better.
It's a gamble. No, I'm just going. Go for it. Yes, Alizar.
It's a gamble. It's the best part of the
gamble. It's always a gamble.
Exactly right, like Kanye. Like you know, it's just like you never know if he's going to give you greatness or if he's going to give you you know, some weird album that he came out with a year or two ago. Because some of the music has been pretty out there.
That's right. But one thing for sure, he's a god like Dr. Doom.
He's really good, actually. He's really good. Like his production on Common. I don't know if you guys are a fan of Common, the rapper.
Oh my god, yeah. I've heard of Common.
And a lot of those beats, like if you listen to B, if you listen to Delight, or like all these really famous Common songs, The People, which John Mayer is featured on. That's gonna be that's all produced by Kanye West. So
John Mayer had to cancel the show because he has COVID now.
Sorry, John Mayer
just had to cancel the show because he has COVID.
That's a shame. And not even to use it as a segue, but my last and final song for the evening is a John Mayer song.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, do share.
Am I up next, or am I skipping, or what's
go for it.
Okay. So last song I've got for the evening, which sorry, I should have. Oh, I got the lyrics ready.
Please tell me it's not a kid.
Oh my god! I can't believe you get that at the ready.
What was it? I'm sorry, I missed that. What was that? Kids Bop?
Please tell me it's not a song from like Kids Bop 12, man.
Dude, that's amazing.
I'm sorry.
What's on there? Sorry. Can we just put a thumbtack on my thing really quick and go into your? Can you read us the track list, please?
Sure, man. It's got everything from "Girlfriend," "The Sweet Escape," by "Girlfriend" by Avril Lavigne, the Sweet Escape. No way. Dude, it's got some bangers from 2007, man. Like "Say It Right" by Nelly Furtado, "What Goes Around Comes Around" by Timbaland and Justin Timberlake, "Umbrella," Cupid's Chokehold. What's up?
Umbrella, not Rihanna's start. She started with Pon de Replay, but
Pon de Replay, yeah.
Umbrella was short thereafter.
Is Check Yes Juliet on there?
No, it's not actually. Missed the cut. But there is a Maroon 5 song called Makes Me Wonder on it. I know how much you love Maroon 5.
More like makes me wonder how they got popular.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I feel like, I don't know. Maroon 5 is like, I don't know. I just like they
Maroon
start
5
up.
bothers me.
They start up pretty okay, and then they're like, all right, you guys come.
They started out fantastic.
Yeah.
And
I like their Songs About Jane album. It's really classy right there.
My
the album was
parents,
really good.
my parents saw them open for the Police, and they said they did pretty
They
good.
opened for the Police.
The Police was Sting and
Sorry.
and what's
Jesus
the name of the
Christ.
guitarist?
Andy Summers.
I have no idea. It was some dude who's really good because the Police are dope.
Andy Summers, like what are these?
Andy Summers. That's what's up. I thought you were kidding.
A little I'm gonna do a little side note. So like one of these things I noticed was like when I was like in high school, like my parents said to me like hey, you should listen to these bands, and I'm like, no, like I was like edgy, I was emo, I was like Filthy Frank, like it's time to stop, like I need to get my own thing. But it was kind of like what else, trying to be independent, but in reality they're they have really great taste in music, so like, hey, listen to this. So but now I'm starting to appreciate like, okay, I was an asshole. I should have listened to the music. Like
yeah, there were more than a few moments where I feel the same way. Like I was an asshole back in the day.
Oh, okay. So
I was like that with the Indian music.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah. Because when I was younger, my parents obviously, I'm from Pakistan, and growing up, my mom, doing the dishes, doing the laundry, doing all this kind of stuff. There's music playing all the time because she loves music. That's where I get a lot of my joy from music from. I was in denial for a while. Oh, that rhymes. I was in denial. And
bars, man, damn.
Call me Kit Kat. Sorry, I was.
Wait, Kit Kat, like the candy.
I did say that because they're little bars that you break apart. Anyway,
I know. Take a little break.
How do you call it? Indian music. I was kind of in denial for because it's so catchy. And what's funny? A lot of the melodies that I make today and the way that I like to play guitar and stuff, a lot of it goes back to that same foundational Indian music that I've been listening to since I was a kid. So yeah, it's just a lot of fun. And yeah, I was in denial for that for a while too. So yeah, I pretended like I didn't like it, but in reality, I was humming it in my head all day.
You know what it is? It's like a phase where it's like you know what? I am the one. Like I am the biggest rock star on the planet. Like
yeah, you have the Fantano phase, right?
For Anthony Fantano, like ooh, like we're 4 seconds in, like what the fuck? Like let's say to like Silk Sonic, the new album. Oh my god, that was not on my list, but I just realized that Silk Sonic came out this year. God damn
Sonic,
it,
man, a vibe for sure.
Sorry, that was a little sideburn, but yeah, with like my folks, like when I was in high school, my parents were like, listen, they just listened to the Who. Like my parents love the Who so much, they named our dog Baba O'Reilly.
Yeah,
off of the song. Like my dad specifically. I remember my dad we're coming up with names like, okay, what do we call this? Well, she's medium sized. This Jack Russell who likes giving us kisses and like doesn't know when to like not relax. Baba O'Reilly because the energy of the song is just like her. She's wild. She's
now
crazy.
Is that Bob? B-O-B or Baba?
Baba. B-A-B-A.
Baba.
So not ironic. Baba in my language, where I'm sure that comes from, means father.
Interesting.
Yeah. Baba.
Or it's like almost like grandfather, like an elder figure.
Oh.
You call them Baba.
Interesting because we basically when we adopted
her, spell that way too.
She was interesting. So like when we adopted her, she was like this old lady who like basically was like, all right, I'm running the show here. So I don't know, maybe I'm not. That's interesting how it's I'm not sure. It's rather than Baba sounds like someone who would give wisdom, but with this one she just causes trouble. So it's just there's the irony in that.
She provides wisdom.
There's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom to be learned from trouble.
That's right.
Wow.
Was that too crazy? Sorry.
No, that was too deep. That was too deep for me, man. I'm still pondering over it. I think I'm gonna jump off a bridge.
I just think you're thinking too much about Doja Cat, Andres. I think that's what's really good.
It never ends. She just can't. that ass just won't quit. Okay, speaking of which, before I go on a tangent,
Woo.
please continue, Alizar.
I'm sorry, Alice, are you next or am I next for the last round?
Oh yeah, I don't think I got through my song yet. Sorry, I don't know who was next in the actual rotation though. I don't know if it was you or then I'm after you or what. You know, I
It
don't
was
know.
Andres, then Alizar, then Elliot.
Okay.
Okay. So my song for the my final song for the episode today, which for this 2021 portion at least, is "Wild Blue" by John Mayer.
Here. Wild Blue.
Yeah, boy.
And I'm a big fan of this song. This album is a part of the song is a part of the album Sabrak, which came out in 2021 as well.
Hmm.
And the thing about the album is that it's supposed to be a callback to 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s. You know, the classic stuff, the good music, the good music, quote unquote. Which to me, I think it's true.
Have you heard it with Dead and Company with the people from
From Grateful Dead?
Dead? Yeah,
he's fantastic. John Mayer is amazing. He's one of I want to call him one of my favorite artists because he is actually, but I haven't even heard a lot of his catalog. But everything he does, I love. So I'm just like, man,
dude, that Vultures freaking changes. Like there are a lot of good songs. There are a lot of great songs that John Mayer like, but there's this tinge that he has where it's just like, oh, like a lot of guitars are just like, oh, he's not a good one because he makes lovey-dovey. I'm just like, well, just listen to his music, man. I mean, he's a great guitarist. The guy walked through it. Like he spent his college years going on the road and practicing. The guy did the grind, you know?
yeah.
I taped a John Mayer music video on my VCR in the 4th grade.
No, which one?
His first single, "No Such Thing." I've been keeping up with John Mayer since his first single, and I was hanging out late at night. I was watching MTV, as we all did at the time. And
I was watching Jersey Shore. I think it's two different MTVs we're talking about.
Well, you know, if you're my age, I guess that's what we were doing before the internet rolled in,
right? Exactly.
Or before it was that accessible. And
oh shit! I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just realized there's more music in my head that from 2021. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, awesome. No.
The reason you brought that up is because I'm thinking of Bo Burnham by "Welcome to the Internet." That's why. Go ahead.
Oh, no, very small story. Just I heard, I was hanging out watching MTV one night. I heard this one artist. His name was John Mayer. I thought his voice was fantastic. He had this acoustic guitar. I love the vibe. Bass line was fantastic. The song was called "No Such Thing." The song is about going to college, getting out of college, and obviously I was in the 4th grade. What did I know about that? But but it was a good song. It was a good sign of what was to come. Because I had heard those lyrics and I really loved the song, so I taped it as we did, and I would listen to the song all day, and I would watch this video, and those lyrics really hit to me, and I knew what to expect ahead of time. I knew where this was going to go, and it really braced me for the impact of being out in the real world, realizing that a lot of what you just went through in school, it matters to an extent, but real world ain't the same thing as being in those hallways.
Yeah, no, it's so true. Like I remember when I was a kid, like whenever I started listening to music, like the first band that I got really into, like before when I was a kid, I listened to like Radio Disney. That was my shit. Like that was
we're talking that Phineas and Ferb High School Musical shit. I love that.
Exactly. Like there's 104 days, like that kind of thing. Like
soup, man.
And I was bopped.
That's awesome.
I was bopped to the top, like Sharpay Evans, but like it was but when I started transitioning from stuff like music like that, it was kind of like, okay, it's nice and popping as a kid. It was fun. Like I still love that music to this day, and it's a lot of fun and it served a great purpose. But then like when I was a kid, then when I went to middle school, a band called 3 Days Grace entered my life, and that was really when I started really listening to music a different way. And the first time I listened to that was it was the first time I started watching YouTube, and it was Star Wars: The Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition. And
sick.
And there's a video where they put the song Animal I've Become to highlighting all of the skins available in that. And so what they basically did was I don't know who that person is, but if that person is in the future watching this, dude, you are the reason why I started liking metal and hard rock, because that was like gateway drug into it, if you will. Like when I watched this video, it was basically like I watched like Starkiller become like this. It's kind of weird how the armor that okay, for those of you who don't know, so Force Unleashed is a Star Wars game that takes place between episode 3 and 4. It's not canon, which canon means is that it's no longer part of the main storyline because that's before Disney bought Star Wars. But when it was created, it basically was about Starkiller, about this a secret apprentice that Darth Vader adopted. Basically, he would train that way in the future. Darth Vader, and this little apprentice named Galen Merrick or Starkiller would go to overthrow the Palpatine. And over the course of the game, you'll find out that later, like there's all this, hoopla, like SpongeBob, all that shit. But all this hoopla. That's a nice crescendo, like the hoopla.
Yeah, it was too far to really bring it in.
No, you're good. We approve of all impressions, especially I dress as Star Wars impressions. All impressions are welcome here. But prep up those fryers because I am ready for a Krabby Patty.
Email.
Oh, is that every villain is lemons?
That was Mermaid Man just saying email.
Are they here to fix the TV?
Oh, I love it. All right, sorry. Give me 2 seconds, folks, while I go ahead and.
Before you go, Alizar, I'm gonna have to go. My food is ready, and my family's downstairs. It's my last day with them, and.
Oh man, dude. Well, dude, thank you so much for having me on the show, man. I appreciate it, man. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure meeting you today, bro.
Pleasure meeting you today,
Andres. Right?
Alizar.
Pleasure, man.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure's all mine. Like, let's get you back on, man. Like, seriously. And bro, like, there's so much stuff I want to, like, we got to discuss. We barely scratched the surface right here. I mean, you want to talk about this top 12? I mean, that's all.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready, brother. I'm ready.
Let's go, man. And hey, Elliot, my man, we're back in this, man. We do this.
That's right. Sorry, I had a little gas. Yes.
All right, my boys and the Basic Nerd Experience and Shut Up, Let's Talk podcast fans out there. Amanda, goodbye. Thank you. Good night and Happy New Year to all you guys.
Happy New Year, dude. Peace.
Awesome.
Okay, Elliot, give me 2 seconds while I grab another beer. Give me one.
Go for it. I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking my little.
Vamp for us.
I'll keep venting. I'll keep going. So, to all the listeners out there, this is just me talking here. So, basically, the back to the 3 Days Grace. So, Star Wars is a huge part of my life. Like, I love Star Wars. Like, Star Wars to me is my religion. I love it so much that like I love it so much. It's an amazing part of my life. I'm just everything about it, the music, the artwork for it, just everything about it is amazing. Like I can go into hours about it. But there's one video that this YouTuber made who shall remain nameless because I don't know it. But this video basically was highlighting all the skins in the Ultimate Sith Edition. And the Ultimate Sith Edition is basically all the DLC and all the extra skins and all the bonus content you can get for the video game. So you can get which includes 2 bonus levels of an alternate ending. Because in the end of the original game, there's the good side and the bad side. If you choose the bad side, then you continue as Dark Sith Stalker. So welcome back, Alizar. So,
thank you, man. Back in action.
I was just telling the audience about Force Unleashed and about the Ultimate Sith Edition. And do you
Force Unleashed? That's what she said. I'm kidding. I'm so sorry. It's never gonna be the same again. I know.
It's not. Well, the Force Awakens after that. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it's even worse. It's even worse.
Or the rise.
That's like first thing in the morning.
I know, man. Or the Rise of Skywalker, you know? Oh, my God. Okay, let me get back into this. So, basically, I was explaining to the audience here about the Star Wars Force Unleashed. Did you ever play that game, by the way?
I played it for 20 minutes. And then I returned it.
Dude, it's if you have PS Plus, it's on there. The Ultimate Sith.
It really is. And I rented it. I bought it at GameStop when around 2012.
Interesting.
And I had rented it. Sorry, I keep saying I rented it. It's because I returned it so quickly. But I bought it, and I thought it was pretty cool. But when I started getting into like the second, third level, maybe I realized like, man, I don't think I want to stick all the way through. And it was $25, I believe.
Oh,
I swapped it out for Red Dead. It was used. I swapped it out for Red Dead Redemption, and
number one.
never look. Yeah, first one. Never look back, because that Red Dead Redemption I swapped it out for. I'm pretty sure that's what I swapped it out for. That became one of my favorite games of all time. Red Dead Redemption shaped my life.
Wow.
It really did. It really, really, really did. It was
you know what?
crazy time in life for me.
If I may say so, it's interesting because how the turntables, as Michael Scott says to Idris Elba's character in The Office, how the turntables turn, basically.
How the tables turn.
How the tables turn, which is basically what he should have said, but it's Michael Scott and he likes to mix.
I like the turntables turn even better.
Yeah, like that, or like
way cooler.
That, or I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious, like stuff.
Oh,
like
that's hilarious! Yes.
Just I love The Office. That's different.
Gotta love that kind of stuff. Yeah, really extending the word, really kind of breaking the word down to its cores.
Bro, like he had another one.
That's good. That's good comedy. I never thought about that.
It's like the little stuff, like the minimalistic
phonetic comedy, almost.
Yeah, like that minimalistic thing we're talking about earlier, like with the little things, like when like Jan says to Michael, like, you know what, I overestimated you, Michael. He's like, well, maybe next time you will underestimate me. It's just like, or just great. Estimate, like it's like the little shit that.
So it's great. It's almost it's a great representation of wordplay.
Exactly.
Just literally molding it around like clay, playing with the words.
It is. It's like clay and clay face. But I gotta finish.
So what were we talking about, my man? Where were we at in this topic? Because I feel like I never dove into my John Mayer tune.
I'm so sorry. I kept talking.
No. I don't know if I drove off the topic or what. I don't know what happened.
No, it was on me because I started talking about Force Unleashed in 3 Days Grace. So there's a reason why I got back to it. So with the Force Unleashed, it was important because I'll explain to another video. I like
no. And shout out to Amanda who says 3 Days Grace actually originate from an hour away from where she lives.
Interesting. You know what? I think she might know this. They were Groundswell when they first started. I think that started, and
they were what? I'm sorry, you broke up for a second.
Their first rendition of themselves was called Groundswell, I believe. That was their first band they were called. Cool. And Alizar, please talk about your John Mayer's tune because I have to go use the boys' room as we speak.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Enjoy. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. Actually, enjoy. Hey, folks. Hey, Basic Nerd Experience. This is Alizar from Shut Up, Let's Talk. It's a pleasure to have the helm. You know, it's a pleasure to drive this horse around. I feel like I'm in Skyrim. Amanda, I hope you're in the chat. If you are, then hello. I probably should open up the chat as a separate window. I haven't all night, so I apologize if anybody's been talking and it seems like I've been ignoring you. I've been trying to be a guest. And you know, do you like my vamping as Elliot urinates? It's pretty fantastic, isn't it? And you know what? As soon as you type in basic nerd, the third word that finishes up in YouTube is basic nerd experience. So that's really, really, really good for Elliot's what do you call it? Elliot's algorithm, let's say. Okay, there you go. There you go. Now I see myself and I look crazy. So I had no idea how I looked on the stream the entire time, but yeah, it's a shame you guys have had to keep up with this the whole time. The Baba is from Maher Baba, Indian spiritual master, and 3 Days Grace is awesome. They are really good. Excuse me. They were a bar band, so I can see that. Yeah, absolutely. Hello there, Miss Amanda. Miss Amanda Coombs. You know, I for anybody in the chat wondering, that is the way you say that. Okay. Oh, you know what's really cool? I just noticed that on the bottom of our chat we have this is sponsored by UF? What? Thank God I didn't say anything too crazy. It was easy to find. That's fantastic. Yeah, it really was easy to find. How's your night going tonight, Amanda? Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining the Basic Nerd Experience. Let me go ahead and like this.
And I am back.
Hey, what up, my man? I opened up the chat, and I was saying hi to Amanda.
What's up, Amanda, again?
Yeah, she's been giving us all these awesome facts, telling us where the Baba character originates from.
Oh yeah, I said a little bit of like it was like an Indian spirit
A spiritual master.
healing or yeah, something like that. Interesting. Yeah, the Who is a really interesting band, but John Mayer, your name's Alizar, not John Mayer. Alizar.
I would love to be John Mayer.
To do that.
Well, I'm pretty happy being me too, but
that's okay.
you know.
Well, John Alizar, let's combine the both. John Alizar, please continue with let's I feel bad that we were going a little Star Wars rant there, but
no, not at all, man. This is part of the fun, and it's a pleasure to be here. This is part of the basic nerd experience. I was actually going to tell you while you were urinating from your wiener. I'm just kidding.
As one does.
That as the scientists say.
Of course.
It was very easy to find your podcast, by the way. I typed in basic nerd in YouTube and experience was the third word. Like it comes up right away.
Oh, that's good. Oh, good.
Yeah, like nobody has to try to figure out what's the next, like where you're
right. You don't have to like, filter and then go by channel. You have to like,
there's no scrolling necessary. That's really, really, really good.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to let you know that if nobody told you that before.
You know what? I really appreciate that because it also, having a name like that is also like kind of like a rebrand. Like when I found your podcast, like for Shut Up, Let's Talk, like I actually had to like go through, like I had there's like 4 or 5 other channels named Shut Up, Let's Talk.
I don't like this. This is no good.
But you know what's funny is like there's Shut Up, Let's Talk and Shut Up and Let's Talk.
I'm not liking what I'm hearing right now.
What you should do? You should put instead of an S, you should put a $sign for Shut Up, Let's Talk.
Well, I was thinking for a while. Damn, this is some exclusive info for the basic nerd experience.
We got some intel
audience time. Shut Up, Let's Talk. As much as I love it, it's not negative. It's a duality. It's supposed to be like a yin yang. Shut Up, Let's Talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, like, at some point, I start out every single episode by saying, "What up, what up, what up."
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I like to do.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, at some point, just to brighten it up a little bit, maybe we can go from "Shut Up, Let's Talk" to "What up, Let's Talk."
Yeah, you know what it is? It's like having when you have a podcast or something like that, it's always good to have like a hook in line or something that like gets like people into it. Like I'm not saying my line is like best ever, but like having one like what's up, who it is. This is your host with the most that looks like a ghost. Like like take it from that. Like, that's like something that like just happened out of thin air, and that it stuck, and it was something that like a couple people love it, and like it. The funny thing is that I actually applied because I work for a newspaper called The Alligator. It's a student newspaper, and I'm actually the podcast host for it. And
so do you say "See you later, alligators"?
No, but now I will. You're like, that's that's I got. That's okay, I gotta talk to my editors about that one. That's good, but that's.
Hey, cheers to that. Cheers to that. Cheers, Elliot. Cheers,
man. Cheers. I love that, man. That's what's up. But yeah, no, but having stuff like when I was in a meeting, for example, I was doing like the night before I did my interview for The Alligator. I had the host with the most looks like a ghost. That's like the name, like as you can see here. And then when I did the interview, it said the same thing. They're like, "Hi, host of the most looks like a ghost." And then everyone just started laughing and just started the interview. And I'm like, "Oh, it's a good interview when everyone starts laughing at it." So it was fun, but it's like, if I recommend something that's finding something that's not like, I like what, everyone's different. Everyone likes something that's like simple, effective, straight to the point, or something people come like that. And and that's the beauty of podcasts. It's like basically with what you are as a person and your voice and what you're trying to provide for there. So if you want something simple and effective, I feel, yeah, how's it going, man? How's everyone going? Like, I like that. But if not, there's always that as well. So I know I did a little TED talk about that, but no, I respect that you might
want to. It's not a TED talk, goddammit. It's an Elliot talk.
Oh, it's true. It is an Elliot talk.
It's you, goddammit. You want to say that.
That's right. All right, we're gonna change it.
Don't give that credit to fucking Ted.
Yeah, fuck Ted.
He didn't do. Yeah,
teddy bear bitch.
Well, I'm kidding around, but at the same time, it's like, nah,
Fuck
man. Like
Ted
meaning, I
teddy
love when
bear
you go on
who
your things, and that's.
drinking. Yeah.
So, Wild Blue by John Mayer. This song, Elliot. What I love about this song, now I recently got out of a relationship. If anybody keeps up with the "shut up, let's talk," then maybe that's information. It's one of those. Oh, Elliot, are you frozen, my man?
Okay.
Oh, your camera seems to be frozen. Let me take a look at you. Let me take a look at you, Elliot. I think you cut out, my man. Well, hello everybody in the Basic Nerd Experience. Let me go ahead and bring up the chat really quick. I don't see you in my chat, Dr. Elliot. Amanda says screw Ted. I agree. Ted needs to Ted needs to chill out because a lot of people, yes, exactly. A lot of people are giving their unique opinions and ideas and points of views away to Ted. Welcome to my TED Talk. No. Your heart, your mind. That's what said that. That's what we appreciate. So let's not cheapen the experience for anybody. Ooh, look at Elliot in that photo.
Hey.
What up, my man? Elliot's back. What's up, big dog? How's it looking? How's it going? Oh, I think you froze up again. Take a look at Elliot's.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no worries, my man. No worries.
There's some.
That's okay. Me and the viewers, we were having fun, just kind of hanging and just taking it easy. I love your poster behind you that says "Be less."
Sorry,
sucky.
my Wi-Fi was. Yeah, my Wi-Fi is a little sucky as we speak.
Oh, no worries, my man. No worries, man. This is I always say technology is only good when it works. Because when technology doesn't work, all of a sudden it's all right. I'm sure somebody. What time is it? 10:30. Somebody nearby is watching porn, taking your connection away.
Of course, yeah.
They're trying to watch the. They're trying to watch. They're trying to watch the 4K stuff. So.
Maybe it's a sign.
They want to see every pore.
To have after you finish your discussion, after your song, we'll on this one maybe.
Sorry, say it again, brother. You cut off just a little bit for me. Amanda says I don't get why Ted gets the glory. See? Exactly. Ted don't deserve it. Ted don't deserve it. Ted don't deserve it. Oh, you're back. I think you're back. Oh, well, I mean, when you cheers the beer, it was perfect. One of the best things about the internet, folks, is that we get to communicate. So I don't know if you guys, here's the odd thing. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I know you can't hear Elliot, but I don't know if that means that you can't hear me. So it's like I'm talking and vamping, but I don't even know how far that's going. But I'm fine to do it. I don't mind. I do this all day, folks. Like, guys, I come from video game streaming, okay? When you come from video game streaming, you know what you do? You talk to yourself all day. You do. Because it's not like there's 100 people in your chat all the time. You talk to yourself. But it's okay. You know why? Because sometimes only you understands. So don't ever feel bad about that. Sometimes only you gets it. Isn't that right? There are times where we always want to tune into other people's opinions, but they would never get it. Amanda says she can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Alizar?
You came back, but then you break up as soon as you start talking. So it's kind of weird. So, okay, I see your thumb up.
Jeez.
Oh, well, it seems to be pretty good right now. Yeah, good to go. Good to go. I think you're back in the game.
Okay.
Your thumb is up.
Okay.
I could hear you.
All right, cool.
Cool,
Sorry
man.
about that. Why don't you finish your thing about John Mayer?
Oh, well, just a song I was saying I got out of a relationship recently. And, this is a beautiful song about finding yourself and who you are as an individual. And it's a very important thing because a lot of the time, when we're in a relationship, we give up so much of ourselves for this other person because we're selfless when we're in relationships. We should be, I think. I like to be, at least. And I like to give myself to the person that I love, to the person that I care about. I love to see them smile. But the problem with that sometimes is that you kind of lose yourself. And this song is about finding yourself again. The chorus says, "Wild blue, deeper than I ever knew. Wild blue on a bed of gray," which is a lot like, to me, it's like painting. You're using a wild blue on a bed of gray. And he says, "What a wild blue I found myself when I lost you." And what I like about that the most is that, I think it's kind of self-explanatory. Once you find that wild blue, which to me is like looking into the horizon, that's one of my favorite things to do when I need to discover myself again. I love to go wherever I can go and find the best view of the horizon. And I just love to look out into it. And I love to look at an open space. I love to look at somewhere that I know that I can go there if I want to. And the song definitely gives you that feeling. It's a very short mental song. It's a very short song. It says, "All the tears I meant to cry dance across the evening sky. And in my sorrow, I can see that missing you belongs to me." Meaning that missing you belongs to me. That feeling of missing you, it's something that you needed in your life. That feeling of letting somebody go. Sometimes it's necessary to grow as a person and to get your independence back. So, you know, that's just a beautiful song. I would highly recommend it to everybody.
Yeah.
And if you like Dire Straits, it's got a very Dire Straits type of vibe.
Ooh, interesting.
So yeah, that's my song for the evening, folks.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I think you're good to go. I think
All right, cool. All right, because I don't know what some reason my Wi-Fi is being wonky, and I just basically took all my devices. I just basically unplugged it from the Wi-Fi, so that way there won't be any issues. So,
Oh, nice, awesome. I
that's
think
pretty
your
much it.
connection got better
So,
because I think whoever was
uh,
streaming all that porn, the problem with sex addiction, you're probably going to bust in about 30 seconds, so they'll probably finish pretty quick anyway. So that's fine. Wait, I'm sorry, I forgot this was. I forgot we were supposed to keep things. I forgot we weren't supposed to say crazy things like this. Sorry about that.
it's okay. You're the guest. It's okay. Uh, you're the guest.
This
You're
is the
good.
Shut Up Let's Talk brand, folks. I'm sorry, I forgot. This is what you can expect from Shut Up Let's Talk is humor like this. Woo, sorry about that. I forget that we're guests in the house. We got a little too comfortable. Woo. Let's dial that. Let's crank it back a little bit. Let's crank it back a little bit.
It's good.
Let's crank that back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna end this one because end this the song with this one because
I just got the stream swatted, folks. I'm sorry.
one, I'm gonna end this quickly because the Wi-Fi has been kind of wonky on my place, and I don't know when I'm gonna exit in and out. So I'll end it with my last choice. So my last choice is gonna be Tear Drinker from Mastodon.
Oh, nice.
Mastodon is one of my favorite bands of all time. My favorite, one of my favorite people ever. Her name is Nicole Velasquez. If she's listening, shout out to her. She introduced me to this band back a few years back, and she was kind of like, "Hey, let's just watch some videos and let's just see what it's like on Loudwire." I was like, maybe okay. And I started watching, and I started listening to their catalog, and I'm like, man, these guys are fucking incredible. These guys are awesome. And being adjusted to UF in Gainesville, to a new city, and it's the first time I ever moved to a place that's like outside my comfort zone, and listening to a new album, like an artist I'm familiar with, but something different, something amazing. It's kind of like when you're listening to something that you're familiar with at home and you're listening to a new place, it kind of is like, okay, you're still the same person, you're still the same band,
Yeah.
but what's different about it? What's like something interesting about it? So I listened to a song like Tear Drinker, and they're the kind of band where it's kind of like, this is what we thought of when we were writing this music, but it really is based on the listener's interpretation of the song. So with this, I kind of see as Tear Drinker as kind of like, I'm gonna look up the lyrics as we speak. Um, so with the lyrics, there's stuff like, for example, stuff like try to give up what weighs you down. The only control you have is all your own. Do I feel the pieces back together, or do I leave them lying on the floor? So, with that being said, I kind of see as a kind of like stuff like that, for example, or like stuff like take the chorus, for example. Like I can see your face, I feel the pain, I feel the shame that I've let you down again. People everywhere, not a drop to
Wow.
drink, not a dare to think about the damage I have done. So obviously, the song is about not not liking the fact that they hurt someone, but it's kind of like it has to be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So mainly people can think of this. Like obviously the first thing I thought of was like a breakup. Like if one person were to break up with someone, it's like, you know what? I rip off that band-aid and that's what I feel like. But when I kind of think about it more, I feel like it's I feel like it's death talking to me. And with a tear drinker, I'm thinking of it as like blood. So it's like a
That's
blood
completely
drinker
understandable, man.
in
It's
a way.
understandable.
But tears is kind of like you're dying and like it's like your last, and that's how I kind of see it, like death saying like, because obviously there's more of this vilified person, like I'm taking life from you, I'm taking everything away from you. But from my interpretation, from listening to this, it's not like does a song just bop, like it's great, but I feel like it's when you listen to the lyrics, like that's my interpretation, that like, all appears to fade away. That lyric I feel like is like life is ceased to exist. And with this song, I feel like it's more of like death in a more humane, compassionate way. Like he doesn't want to do it, he or she doesn't want to do it, but they have to because it's their job. And sometimes in life, people have jobs that they don't want to do, but they have to do it. So I kind of see it as like a tear drinker is um, death, where they have to take something away from that they don't want to. It has to be done.
Well, I can completely see what you mean by that. And a few weeks ago, it's no secret, I did lose my best friend. That was very difficult.
Oh, really?
Still is. Yeah, unfortunately, really. And it doesn't get any easier. It never will. But at the same time, it's one of those times you ask yourself, what do you want out of life?
Yeah.
You ask
I'm sorry to
yourself,
hear that.
it's okay, man. Me too, but
What if you don't mind me asking, like what happened to this
they
best
don't
friend?
know. Well, we don't know. I say they. Well, nobody knows. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. He'd been going through some things, and he passed in his sleep, in his home, in his bed, in his where he grew up and where he was loved, and which I'm really happy about. And you know, it's one of those times where you have to try to, you're trying to rip things out of the ground. You're trying to find something out of the mud, and you're just pulling all the grass you can find, and you're just gripping and pulling and pulling and pulling. And what I can dig out of the ground is that I'm happy it was at home. I'm happy it
Yeah.
was where he was loved. I'm happy we got to talk. We were closer than ever. He's been my best buddy since I was 12, 13. Yeah, just the type of guy you know more than your family, because your family will hide shit from you that your best buddies won't. And,
Yeah.
you know, so it's one of those things, and it's okay to share it, folks. It's a basic nerd experience, folks. All these movies and everything that we watch, folks, all this media that we consume, it's to emulate shit like this that happens in reality.
Yeah. And you know what?
Okay.
As you say that, the biggest thing I can think of is Harry Potter right now. For some reason. Because it's all about death, really, when you really think about it. It's about how we deal with death and how we identify death, and how it's more about how people living cope with those who are not with us anymore.
It's true. It's true. It's the legacy you leave behind.
Yeah.
And that's the
Like,
thing, you know. And you know what's crazy? The song that I the song that I just recommended at the end. Here's the funny thing. It's like when you deal with some weird stuff like this, like sometimes you think it's about relationships, but really it's about your best friends. And oh,
yeah. That's a deep one. How
we
old
do
was your
shit.
friend?
31.
Go for it. Oh man. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's cool. We don't need to hide shit like this, folks. We don't need to hide this shit. We don't. We don't. This is what reality looks like, folks. When you forget and when you take shit for granted, you look at this. Okay? And this is going to be what I'm doing right now. This is going to be the reason you give your best friend a phone call. This is going to be the reason you buy your best friend a beer when you see him. And while you roll him up something. A cowboy cigarette. and you burn one with your buddy. You know, when it comes to this music, we're talking about music. Yeah, me and my best buddy, we spent almost all of our friendship with guitars in our hands. You know, we were we learned all of our riffs. We jammed till the very fucking end. It's no joke. Till the end. Every time I would pick him up every 3-4 days up till the very end. I hung out with this guy all the time, and most of that time we'd be putting on songs, we'd be plugging in our guitars, and we would trade off. He plays for 10-15 minutes. I watch him, and we're just like, woo, sick riff, epic lick, yes, you know, just trading off. And then he passes it to me, and it was 20 years we did that.
If I may do something, I would like to pour some of my beer in respect to your friend.
Well, cheers to you, folks.
It's like a little
Cheers to
tribute
all of
him.
you at home. And this is a toast to your best friends. It's a toast to my best buddy too, but it's also a toast to your best friends because they're the reason why you're so. They're the reason why you're so great. Because you express yourself to them, and
Yeah.
you get those feelings out. It's a big reason why everybody who watches is as great as they are. So, you know, yeah, that was a heavy one, but at the same time, that was it was beautiful. It was beautiful, man. I miss my buddy, and I'll never be shy about showing that. So maybe for 2 seconds when I black out, and then I realize I shouldn't be. But yes, don't be shy, folks.
What was your friend's name?
What happened? Oh, his name was Jose.
What was your friend's name?
Jose Gonzalez. The guy. The dude. Big dog. So, you know, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. It's okay, man. He's part of my system now. We're one and the same now.
I know. Yeah,
you know,
it's you know what it is. I've never experienced that. I'm picturing. I'm getting in your shoes, and it's.
I never thought I would either, bro.
It's sad.
That's the wild part.
Yeah, that's the thing. It catches up, and it's like, what the fuck? And it comes out of nowhere, and it bites him. It's like, yeah.
Well, I've never been to a funeral in my life, and I hate the fact that this is my first one.
As someone that's been to a couple of funerals before, if I may give you some advice, um,
Please do.
the best thing you can do is really listen and
I'm sorry, man.
mostly
You
do
you, you
that.
broke
But
you
if there
broke up
ever
you broke up a little bit at the end. The best thing I can do is what? Sorry.
the best thing you can do is listen. I feel like and listening and cherishing the memories you have. And if there ever comes a moment at a wake or at like you're able to speak at your friend's funeral, um, highlight the best moments you can think of, and even like bullet point and go, you know what, this is why this person was great because of this memory, and from there like the memory lives on, and that's because I've been the only funerals I've been to is my grandparents, and I've been to a couple others, but like the ones that really hit hard was my grandparents. And although I never really knew them that well, I did speak at one of my funeral. I did speak at one of them, and it's man, it hits deep. It hits
It's a
deep.
tough one, man. It's
Yeah,
tough, dude. I
but I wish,
the
but
hardest part the hardest
man,
part about that is
I can't.
sorry. I was saying the hardest part of your grandparents is must seeing
No,
your
go ahead. Go ahead.
how hurt your parents are. When you see your
Yeah, you know what it is. It's I'm not gonna get too into it, but like my, it's family is very complicated, and um, I'll just say that I have a different relationship with my parents um than they did.
yeah,
I think that my when I say this, I say this with love. Like
of course.
it's it is it's a different not that it's bad or anything. It's just we have a like I think my parents have a good relationship with their parents, but it's like with my parents, it's there's like a special like not maybe people say like I'm in a band with my dad, or like my mom and I when we go to Disney, it's like a special thing. It's like a tradition. Like there's a certain thing that's different with everybody, and you know, and I think when we think about it, I do you ever think about death every day? Because I do.
Yeah, I do. I do. But
I do
I
too.
do
Like what
I
what
do
what,
but
what do you think about? Do you think about like what exactly about death? Do you feel? Is it like the way you
I
go? Is it like the legacy you leave behind? Like what do you think about?
I only use death as fuel to be the person I am in the present.
Mm,
Because
interesting.
tomorrow is never promised. Yesterday is over, and today's the present is what we've got. It's right now. Tomorrow is it's a combination of
Yeah.
optimism and hope. That's tomorrow. Just those two things put together. You just wish for a better day, and which is nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing, as it should be. But to me, I use death as a way
Yeah. No.
to. I use it as a way to say, you know what? It's time to pick up that guitar. It's time to, record an idea. It's time to be on Elliot's Basic Nerd Experience podcast. It's time to make the most of this reality because at the end of the day, what we're doing right now, bro, no matter whether you think it's the best thing in the world or the not the best thing in the world, or whatever you think it is, or anybody thinks it is, it's happening, and we're doing something with ourselves. There's plenty of and this is not
Yeah.
and there's something beautiful in that, and we're in the moment. Is what I'm trying to say. We're in the moment, and we're
Yeah.
creating, dude. We're creating. It feels good. So thank you.
Eh, and no, and thank you too. Like even when and the great thing about life is when people bring others together. Like you and I met because of Fernie, and
Hmm.
he's such a great person. And
As a guardian angel in my life.
you wouldn't be here today without him.
It's
Oh,
completely
say it
true.
again.
I was saying he's some strange guardian figure type figure in my life for some odd reason. He I don't know him very well whatsoever, but for some reason he always looks out for me, and that's something I'll
Yeah.
never take away from him. I only met him a year ago, maybe even less. Like I just met the guy, but at the end of the day, he calls me. I think maybe there's something about our work ethic or our person there. Maybe there's something that we connect on. But when he has a freelance gig that he thinks that I'd be good for, he calls me. And since the gig I did for you guys, which was so much fun, he gave me one or two other gigs, which was really fun. And there's just some Fernie, the guy we're talking about, he owns a music studio.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you're in Miami, feel free to visit the Shack, North Miami. That is it's a wonderful studio with owner's name is Fernie. Very, very, very good guy. Very affordable rates, great quality, fantastic dude. Sorry, Elliot, I'm not trying to sell Fernie's thing on your show. That's so stupid.
No,
But
no, no. I encourage it actually. Like I'm the opposite of that. I would give him free sponsorship. No, go for it, man.
but
I'll give my.
he's a great figure. He's a great figure. So
No,
I just
he's a great human. And you know what's special about Fernie is that when I first met him, you talk to him for like 10 minutes, and you feel like you known him for years.
it's true.
He's that kind of guy.
It's true.
Like when I first started talking with him, I was just jamming with one way we started to formulate, and we shook a hand. He has three different rooms. So there's like the shack, which is the recording studio. There's the annex, which is like the bigger practice studio, and there's the joint, which is like the smaller studio, which has like the big Darth Vader poster in the corner. And I love Star Wars.
Sweet.
And when I first met him, he first came in the joint, and he was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I shook his hand. He was really nice, very just an awesome guy. And he started shooting the shit with Peter, and that's how we met him. That's why I started practicing because of Peter. And I'm very fortunate that Peter was. I'm glad that Peter was able to share that with us.
Yeah, it was
Because
awesome.
there's a special feeling with that. Like it's one thing when you go to a studio, but like when you have someone who really cares about the craft that you're putting into and like wants you to be great. Like even if it's like a fun little project, like he really cares and he really wants the best for whatever it is and will put the time and dedication. Like in a way, he's kind of like he's like a music producer, or he like is like helping writing the song, and
Yeah,
he just does
absolutely.
it because of like, you know what, this is gonna be like he applies that music theory knowledge on it. You know what, this is gonna sound better if you do this, or like, you know what, don't hit the A in here, play the G. That's gonna sound real. That's gonna really, the harmony is gonna sound really better than like stuff like that. And one of our songs we made with him in the studio with Peter. There was something missing about it, and he created this lick. It's called I think I showed it to you. You play in the background of the video, and it has like a Giorgio Moroder kind of vibe where it's like like if you heard it you would know it, but like he created that, and it was like that's what he
Mm.
needed. That was that secret ingredient. That's like that hook, and he got that for us. And it's like people like that are really special. And like when I bring
No,
up
he's got
that
this
story, like when we were
fantastic.
talking, like I started talking about Darth Vader, and I said, "Listen, man, go for it."
Oh no, I was just gonna say he has this fantastic work ethic, and he really knows. He just knows music on such a great level. And he. What I love about him is that he really covers a wide variety of music. It could be from for anybody that's ever heard of Yngwie Malmsteen, the shred guitar sensation. His son records at the Shack North Miami at Fernie Studio, and he covers a wide variety of music from I don't know how to from metal to classical music to uh, how do you call it traditional Spanish music to all sorts of stuff, man, all sorts of stuff. Just amazing ear for everything. And when I hear his mixes and I hear these mix downs, just fantastic, fantastic stuff. Sorry,
Yeah,
Elliot, are you frozen again, my man? Okay, there you go. How you feeling, brother? You all right?
yeah. This Wi-Fi is kind of fucked up, but
Oh, no worries, no,
Dude,
sorry.
hey, I got a proposition for you. I'm good, man. I'm good. How about this? Let's end this podcast, but how about you and I keep talking on our phones or something?
Yeah, of
Because the
course, man.
Wi-Fi is kind of wonky, but I kind of want to keep this conversation going.
No, of course, brother. It's been
Cool.
I think it's been a fantastic episode. We've
Yeah,
definitely we're an hour and a half into it. I think it's been a fantastic episode.
yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. Like, you know what, and I love this. This is definitely I want to say this is definitely like the deepest episode I've been on it, and I like that. And it's
Hey,
breaking
man.
new ground for that because I think it's the kind of thing where it's nothing should be censored.
No,
Like,
man.
there should be things that were like, if there's things that with people that you're comfortable talking about, like very um uncomfortable areas, it should be kind of welcome, like death, and I like that. Like, I think the more and more like conversations like this, the more and more like I welcome it, if that makes sense.
I agree, man. And this is, how do I say this? This is keeping in mind. This is no offense to anybody at UF. This is no offense to anybody on the professional level that has to uphold conservative standards. Okay, so take what I'm about to say lightly, but to me, this is communication.
Yeah.
This is not just. This is not an advertisement. This is not.
No.
This is not like Are you familiar with Game Informer magazine?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I had a subscription with them.
I did too.
Dude, I
I
worked at
have plenty.
GameStop.
Oh, that's amazing, and that's awesome. But when you look at Game Informer magazine, shout out to Game Informer magazine. I've got plenty still in my in my bin right here. But at the end of the day, I look back at those magazines right now, and I'm like, you know what? Half of this is just an advertisement. And there's nothing. And same with Guitar World magazine. I'm a big fan of Guitar World. I'm a big fan of a lot of these type of magazines. Are just half of them are advertisements. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But we have to look at them for what they are. And when you look at this podcast or podcasting in general, this is you need to understand what it is. And this is real life talk. This is real communication, and being able to talk to you about people we've lost in our lives, being able to talk to you about how we're trying to cope after losing them. That's not something they want to put on 99.5 or whatever. It's not. So respect to them, and I get it because they're trying to keep people lifted up. They got their own. They have their own lane, and I just want you to say, man, it feels good to be driving on this lane with you right now, bro.
Yeah, no, I love the spiritual lane because, like, no, I agree. Like, certain publications, like I do believe publications like NPR, like they really care about the people. They really want the best in people, and they want to inform people what's going on. But other organizations, media organizations, are just there for the money. Really,
Exactly.
they're not there to help us out. They're there because of money. And NPR and stuff like that. The publications are there because, like, it's called. I don't mean to sound like an advertisement for National Public Radio, but like, I want to work for them because they really care about people. They really care about, hey, this is life. This is what's going on, and they're hearing it from the people. It's called It's called public radio for a reason. It's for the
Exactly.
community of people, and I don't mean to put on blasting people for CNN, but like,
No.
stuff like those. It's like, they're not there to, some people are there because they need money, they need a job, and I understand that as well. But then at the end of the day, it's like, not that 100%. I don't mean to get political, but like 100% of what they're saying is wrong or whatever. They are giving us the news, and we need like headlines like, hey, this is what happened, this was reported. But you know, when people's personal agenda gets in the way of the news is when we start really, how do I say this? When people's personal agenda affects the news, that's when we start losing the compassion in people, really, if that makes sense. Like,
You know,
Yeah, and
this is
I
actually not to
think
interrupt.
having people together.
I was saying this is actually not to interrupt you at all. This is actually to add to your
Go for it.
point.
Go for it.
Yeah, this is just a little addition to what you're saying. I used to listen to I used to listen to a American history podcast for a little bit, and it's called Ben Franklin's World, I believe. I forgot that it's Ben Franklin something. And one of the episodes I listened to was about Benjamin Franklin himself and how he wrote a fake news article about Native Americans massacring a bunch of uh, colonial Americans, let's say. And it was, like I said, it was a fake story. So they owned the printing press, so they could print whatever they wanted.
Interesting.
And he wrote a story about how this
Right.
massacre occurred. Sorry? He printed a story about this tribe killing a bunch of colonial Americans, and people had read this and were so outraged that they went and formed a riot and killed a bunch of Native Americans of that same tribe, and it was all based on a fake story. So when people's, not to rehash what Elliot said, but yeah, when people's political ideas go behind the information that you receive in your ears, things like that happen.
Yeah.
So very interesting stuff.
Yeah. And
Sorry, did I get too heavy, man? My
I
bad.
think it's a good note to end on it. Alizar, I just want to say you're definitely one of the best guests of the.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I
Nah,
appreciate that so
man.
much.
Listen, it's not. Nah, man. Nah. Listen, nah. You're good, man. Nah, it's like it was for a great reason. It wasn't. It was off. It was authentic. It wasn't like. Nah, I loved it. I like that. Nature of the conversation, and so that's what podcasts do, man. And this is what I want to do for a living. So no, this is great, and I love that. And you're more than welcome to come on anytime as you want. We love you having here, and you're definitely the best guest at the beginning ever. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Elliot. Thank you so much, basic nerd experience, homies. I appreciate all of you guys in the chat. I appreciate everybody who listens to this episode in the future. If you guys would like to follow me, it's at Alizar Chand, CHAND on the social media. If you guys would like to follow the channel, it's Shut Up, Let's Talk on all platforms. Google it, search it on the interwebage. And in the meantime, folks, love, peace, chicken grease. Look both ways before you cross the street. That is the way we end every episode. And it was a pleasure talking to you guys tonight.
Yeah, pleasure in having you on, man. And stay safe, everybody, and look forward to the next week's episode where we'll be talking about something nerdy, and we don't know what, but we'll keep you posted on that. So thanks again for joining us, and stay safe out there, everybody.
Peace.
And may the force be with you, like Amanda said.
Oh, amazing. May the force be with you, Amanda. She's a very big Star Wars fan as well.